American.
That sucks.
Lesbian.
I like that in a woman.
And every other kind of deviant.
I love paying for sex.
This moral decay weakens our resistance to the onslaught of the communist masters of deceit.
We're a bunch of scumbags.
These abnormalities are corrupting the minds and the hearts of our children.
Jackass. And yeah, we're back. Where have you been?
It's depressing and horrendous. It's awful.
A bunch of idiots.
Perversion for profit.
Here it comes! Here it comes!
The Opie and Anthony program.
El virus.
The Opie and Anthony.
God, that irritates me.
It's just like somebody took a bat to my brain.
We're the only radio show that makes you want to hate us.
Opie.
I want my coffee.
Anthony.
I want that fact.
Jim Norton.
I want Ozzy.
We are going to dumb this thing down to the point that we're going to be #1 with Down syndrome children.
Hysterical.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Okay, terrific.
And welcome to the Opie and Anthony program. The O&A virus spreading across America thanks to XM satellite radio.
There we are. We're back.
The show that the company's trying to hide.
That's it. Tuck it away somewhere in a dark corner, never to acknowledge it anywhere.
But we're here.
Right. We're here, doing very well. People coming on board every day.
Getting bigger every day.
Happy with the program, the listeners. We're hearing from people all over the country. And, I don't know. Tuck it away. Keep it quiet. Mum's the word. Unbelievable. Just keep it on the QT.
Opie and Anthony on XM. Keep it under your hat.
Keep it under your hat. Mum's the word.
Mum's the word.
Ixnay on the oh-yay.
That's kind of disheartening, I got to be honest with you.
A little bit.
When there's big stockholder meetings going on and CEOs making appearances all over TV and you're not acknowledged at all, it's kind of disheartening. But
when CEOs are asked questions about the company, maybe asked about another company and what they have, and then what we have to counter, and I don't know, we're not brought up.
Not even a mention.
It's like a comparison thing, you know. If one company has something, you know, if you know, you have the Twinkie and you want to combat the Twinkie, if you're Little Debbie, you say, you know, the cream-filled snack cake. You bring that up. We're like the cream-filled snack cake
that no one knows about.
Bring it up. You don't counter a Twinkie with a yodel. You don't say, well, we have the yodel. That's not a Twinkie. That's like a chocolate cakey creamy swirl. Why not bring up O&A?
Another thing you don't counter the Twinkie with is Bob Edwards.
Right.
We have Bob Edwards. What about Howard Stern? Aha, Bob Edwards. We have him.
What are you going to do? We're used to this position.
Oh,
so
man, are we used to this.
We're used to working for companies that just don't want us around. So we'll continue doing our job, and we'll be very successful, and then we'll still get no credit.
Over the years, I've noticed we tend to hook ourselves up with companies that would rather not have us around, but through some reason they have to have us around. It's one of those things. Oh boy, well, why don't we just not hire him? No, we have to have him here, because God forbid there's somewhere else.
Yeah, we are the show that they hire to keep away from the competition.
Keep away from the competition.
But then they hire us, and then they're not proud to have us.
They don't. Yeah, they're not proud to have us. Is what it is.
It's so fucked up. It's amazing.
They kind of want us. They like having us because we're not somewhere else, you know, bashing them. but they're not very proud.
And boy, if we were somewhere else, would we be bashing?
Oh my God! Oh my God, would we be bashing?
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
Room full of awful piranhas. Whoever the fucking logo is behind us, that's who we love.
God. Our loyalty stinks.
Well, no one has loyalty to us.
Nope.
No, I know.
You know? It's so funny. They want us down in Washington once a month, and then we go down there. And I was walking around going, why are we here?
Management fled the compound.
Why are we here? We didn't take one meeting.
No. Thank God.
You know, a lot of the guys in big positions down there, they all had excuses why they couldn't meet with us.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there going, well, couldn't we have just done this in New York, our radio show?
Yes.
I mean, logically, I think we go down to Washington, D.C. to kind of connect with the people down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe take a few meetings. Not a lot, because Anthony hates that.
I hate it.
Maybe get some FaceTime. We got absolutely no FaceTime. No one cared we were there. So then I'm thinking, well, why are we bothering even going down there?
I was out like 11, 10 on a daily basis. We get done, boom, out. I don't know. I just don't see the pride in the program that I see, you know, for other programs. It's a situation we're used to, though.
We've been here before.
And it's conscious. It's not a mistake.
All right, well, we're
I
back
agree
here in New York City.
wholeheartedly.
And we have lots to do today on the program. We got to start, though. We're all in the office just kind of hanging out, getting ready for another fine program.
I was downstairs. I was walking in.
Yeah, you got to see the
I got
thing
to
live,
see it
right?
at street level.
And why is Anthony's mic off? Yeah, your
What?
mic is really low today.
Why is it low?
I don't know. And I got you cranked.
Well, who was using the studio during our absence?
I have your mic as high as it could be, and you're still low in the mix.
Why is Ant's mic off? We could barely hear Anthony. Motherfucker. Come on. Can't be doing this like this.
I have you completely cranked, so someone was in here messing with buttons
Someone
again.
was screwing around with... Why are people screwing with this shit? Mars, hello? Hi, Mars. What happened?
You sound fine on the air.
Not according to the listeners.
I got two of them.
Three.
One from San Francisco, one from Jersey. Why is Ant's mic off? Can barely hear Anthony.
Yeah, you can't take the guy from San Francisco's word, but you can take the guy from New Jersey's word.
The guy in San Francisco has two dicks in his ears. Faggot.
Yeah, I was going to say he's filled with sperm.
Hard to hear when you're face first in a comforter.
I don't know. Now I'm cranked all the way up.
Yeah, well, I can't get you any higher in the mix. So I don't
That's
know.
it.
We'll
I'll just yell.
We'll forge ahead. I don't understand. We leave the studio for a few days and we come back and there's always something. There's always. I noticed right away, so I cranked you all the way up and I can't.
Yeah.
Look, I can't move you any
I know,
higher,
I'm
Anthony.
at the top of the board.
I will move it higher in a
top of the board,
second.
Chi-Yi.
Get one of Martini Steve's ridiculous knives and I'll get you higher. I'll just,
Make the slit for the pot even higher and push it up.
I'll cut the groove higher for
Push
you.
it all the way to Jimmy.
I don't know what that's going to do, but why is Mars walking around with wire?
Uh-oh.
You scare us when you just walk around with wire.
Auto asphyxiate.
All right, now Ellis from Philly saying they hear you fine.
And I'm getting somebody saying, Anth, I hear you fine, sir. And then Fast Freddy from Jamaica Station, can't hear Jimmy at all.
Well, he hasn't talked yet.
Jimmy hasn't really been talking.
Jimmy's tired. He's moving into his new place today, so he's not going to talk much today.
It's moving day.
It is.
Isn't that cute?
I've been in and out of my apartment every night, riding to the other place, bringing stuff, just to cut down on what the movers can
Little
possibly
Saturn
damage.
fulls
Yes.
of stuff. How much can you haul in that, though?
Not a lot.
No? But
No,
you have furniture you have to bring.
Which they'll do today.
Bedroom set?
No. A bed and two awful pieces of, beige furniture.
That's it?
Nah, yeah,
You don't have a
couple
big
of things.
dresser?
No, I sold, by the way, thank you to the gentleman who bought all my stuff. He came Friday, picked it all up. TV, both couches, and the table.
Yeah, Jimmy had an online garage sale.
Yeah, huh?
And this strapping buck showed up.
Oh.
And I didn't even have, I'm such white trash, I didn't even have the TV booklet for him. Here's the remote, stupid, figure it out.
Figure it out yourself.
Yeah,
You
on
don't
and
save
off.
all the literature.
I found it, though, so if he's listening, I got it for you. But that was, so I just kind of spent the weekend going back and forth, just doing all this stuff.
Was he a fan of the program?
I don't know, except he asked me to sign the TV.
Yeah,
So
that
I'm
would say
assuming that he
fan.
I
Yeah.
think he was a
that's
fan.
going to be on eBay.
Yeah, he's going to make his money back and then some.
I only hope to God he gets less than he paid for it. You know how happy that made me if my signature crashed it? Like $350 for it.
That'll be on eBay with your signature proving it was yours.
That's fine.
And the
And
guy's
now you
going
have to get a new TV?
Yeah.
Ooh.
A buddy of mine helped me, because I'm looking at plasmas now, but then I hear that they're not good, that they burn out in 6 years if you leave it paused for more than 30 seconds. I'm just
Yeah,
panicking.
they burn.
I hear the LCD is the way to go.
Yeah.
I hear the LCD is the way to go.
But they're too I can't afford the LCD. I looked at an LCD. I'm like, I've been hearing about them too. And I'm like, let me take a look and see how much that is. Oh, 50-inch, $10,000.
Yeah.
Oh, that's affordable.
You get a good rear projection. You know, it's still just projection, but they make them now where they're amazing.
But they're too big, though. Aren't they too big in the back?
Yeah, they're bigger in the back, than the flat screen or that. Is that why you sold your other TV?
It was just too big. I love that
Too
other
big?
TV. Yeah, it was fantastic, but it was just too large for my place. My new crib, as I call it.
Oh, well, crib.
You are moving on up. So anyway, we were in the back office and getting ready for the show, and all of a sudden Mars, I think, runs in and goes, "You guys want to see a fight?" So, of course, everyone just jumps up and runs to the windows. We're, like, on the 5th floor here. And we're peering out the window and looking to our right. And I didn't get to see much of it, so whoever saw a lot of the fight has to come in here and help us out with
I
this.
saw the whole thing.
Actually, Anthony saw the whole thing.
Jesus Christ.
I forgot. You just said that. I'm sorry. You were walking
right there.
You were walking down the sidewalk when it all went down, but basically 2 cabbies went at it, right?
Ooh,
Yeah, I
good.
was. I'm walking down the street. I hear a ruckus, a scuffle, some voices. It was two black gentlemen. They seem to be African, yelling at each other, and 2 cabs are parked on the side of the road. So I put 2 and 2 together and figure they're the cabbies, and they're yelling at each other, and very close to each other. One guy's jacket, he throws it on the ground, and they start swinging. They just start swinging at each other. Roundhouse punches. Some of the worst fighting I've ever seen in my life. No structure to it at all. These winding roundhouses that are missing completely. Maybe hitting off the shoulder, not one face shot. Like, you see a good fight, and it's they're usually pretty quick. One guy gets that face shot in, the guy goes down, you bam, bam, bam a couple of times, and you're off and running. These two both seemed like they really didn't want to commit to the fight. It was like I was watching Hotel Rwanda. I was waiting for the machetes to come out. Looked like Hutu and Tutsi fighting on the streets of New York. But really didn't want to commit to the brawl. And one of the guys, the one who wanted to commit even less, kept going back to his vehicle. They're yelling. They're going back to the vehicle.
What was the fight over? Affair, obviously? Or did one cut off another guy?
Idiots probably cut each other off, something. Yeah, like cabbies, they're animals. And the one guy, even though he went back to his car, the other guy walks back to the car and opens the guy's door and just starts yelling at him in some African tongue. And the guy he was staying in his car, kind of trying to shut the door and end the whole thing. And then finally he just lost his mind and back out, pushes the other guy, and starts punching again. And again, just lame punches. We were waiting for the money shot. I'm standing there with Master Poe on the sidewalk, and he's just like, "Oh, the guy doesn't even have a good jab." You know, he's definitely critiquing the fight. Didn't have a good jab. You see the way he's standing with his shoulders aren't the right way. I'm like,
Of course the shoulders are all wrong.
Of course, I can see that, Poe. But
you didn't have to tell me.
Nothing. It was more yelling and just bad punches. And I'm figuring they're black guys, so they're probably pretty good at the fight. You know, I watch them boxing. 2 black guys going at it. It's pretty good. Nothing. These guys were the lamest black guys I've ever seen fight, ever.
See, from above, it looked like a much better fight because every once in a while, the whole gang would be like, "Oh!"
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
From above, it looked like the fight was really good, and some of those punches were connecting.
Wasn't doing it. Because anytime you watch that fight, there's that moment where someone starts winning, where one guy gets that punch in, and it's over, Johnny. We just weren't getting it with this one.
Right.
I was a little disappointed.
Well, it was a great way to start the morning, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're all just sticking our heads out the window, stretching our necks, trying to get a view. And it looked, like I said, it looked a lot better from above. But
it looked good. It just didn't have the payoff. You know, the fight was good. You get to see 2 guys just that hate each other, throwing punches, but I was hoping one would land on the face.
Right.
All Cabbie fights you, and like a Tarantino film with like 2 guns pulled and they're both dead.
Just both fire at the same time.
Every Cabbie fight you down like Reservoir Dogs.
All right, well, moving on to some other things that happened while we were off doing whatever we were doing, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
This assault on the media is taking on a life of its own, I got to tell you. A life of its own, and the media is pretty much playing into our hands at this point because they're starting to write articles about it. It's one of the top videos on MSN.com, I noticed last night. The New York Times in the Metro section, I don't know what day this is from. I guess it was over the weekend, maybe Friday or Saturday. Front page of the Metro section, they did a whole column on the assault on the media that went down with Arthur Chien.
Yeah.
And the headline in the article is, "Your $, $, $, money sign, %, fired."
That's a curse in newspaper talk. You're fucking fired, it means.
You're fucking fired, I guess, yeah. But it's $, $, money sign, % sign.
They got to use cartoon words.
Right. That's the by Clyde Haberman.
Ooh.
Clyde's a little pissed off at you and I, Anthony. A little pissed off.
What did we do?
Arthur Chien.
What did we do? We didn't do nothing.
Well,
shut up. All of yous.
Wait till we get to the second article.
And by the way, can I point one thing? All right, when you read it, I got to point something out with this revolting newspaper.
I'll point out everything. I mean, once again, it's another reporter, another columnist getting the facts wrong. Once again, I mean, that's the obvious thing right off the bat. Well, Clyde doesn't like us, Anthony. New York Times. This was huge exposure for the show, by the way. Arthur Chien did a foolish thing one morning last week. He acted human. Where he went wrong was to do it in front of a television camera. Everyone knows the story by now, right? Our own Nathaniel did a little assault on the media, held up a big, huge Opie and Anthony sign that said XM Satellite Radio. And then Cabbie from Howard Stern Show, these are the facts, just happened to be walking home and joined Nathaniel. Some say he was saying sucks. Some say he said rocks.
Yeah.
But what is definite, he held up his curse finger.
His middle finger.
His
but
middle
that had
finger.
nothing to do with Nathaniel, who was doing a peaceful little sign holding and saying Opie and Anthony, XM Satellite Radio.
Once again, a perfect assault on the media.
Of course it was.
Just stood there with a sign, nothing menacing, said Opie and Anthony, XM.
And the video is up on opieandanthony.com, and it's everywhere at this point. It's being spread all over the damn place. So
Did Clyde get that right, Ope, or no?
Wait, we haven't gotten to that point yet.
Ooh.
So, okay, where he went wrong was to do it in front of a television camera. A reporter for WCBS-TV, Mr. Chien was on a Midtown street doing a live stand-up on MetroCard swindles. This was for the benefit of however many New Yorkers happened to be awake at 6 a.m. and tuned to Channel 2. Behind him stood 2 dolts who taunted him on camera, gesturing vulgarly and holding up a sign for the Opie and Anthony radio show.
Oh, so apparently he didn't get it right.
Scumbag. You're a scumbag. You're a scumbag.
That's all you have?
No, I have a lot more than that, but you didn't get to the part yet.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanted to point something out. This is why the Times building, I hope somebody runs into that building with a bomb strapped to their chest. I really cannot stomach that newspaper.
Well, you expect, I guess, the New York Post to get everything wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, the New York Times, they have this,
They're dog shit.
Dog
shit.
Crap paper.
Here we go. Holding up a sign for the Opie and Anthony radio show. Opie! Is everyone sitting down for this next one?
Yeah.
You sitting down? Yeah, you're sitting down. Everyone's sitting down. Okay, here we go. Opie and Dopey.
That's terrific.
Opie and Dopey.
I bet he was so proud typing that one in.
Sure was.
Opie and Wait a minute. Opie and Dopey. Oh, I'm a genius. Haven't seen that one before. I think you were scooped on that one by the New York Post, my friend, and you're late by a couple of years. Opie and... What rhymes with Opie?
Why doesn't this
Opie and Schmopie?
Why doesn't this Clyde Haberman call the radio show? He's so brave and
He
Prince.
is a bucket of jism, and this is why I hate this newspaper. What they do is they'll typically Arthur Chien, they'll mention the name, and then what they do is for the rest of the article, Mr. Chien, Mr. Chien. That is the way the Times does things.
Yes.
And yet, of course it's just one fucking reporter defending another one. We know what you're doing, stupid. When Osama bin Laden is talked about, he is referred to as Mr. bin Laden.
Where's Mr. Hughes and Mr. Cumia?
This jerk-off, why don't they try to be snide and funny or snide and cutting when talking about a guy that killed 3,000 New Yorkers? How about the chimp with the turban? Why don't you refer to him like that? No, it's Mr. bin Laden. All due respect, sir.
Why not potty mouth reporter?
Yeah.
Mr. Chien.
Yeah. He acted human. Did he really? I don't think Janet Jackson acted human when her tit popped out. You didn't see the media defending that.
No.
You didn't see the media defending that. They're defending one of their own. It's incestuous.
Of course
Mr. Chien acted human, for Pete's sake. How do you know how he acted? He's Asian. There's no facial expressions whatsoever. Like that. Mr. Norton's racist. Shithead. Mr. Haberman should have 2 balls on his chin.
Yeah, he has an open invite to call the program anytime.
He won't. He won't.
Of course he won't.
These faggots. They always hide behind their typewriters. None of them have any moral courage whatsoever.
No.
None of them can just talk to you man to man. They can't do it.
Opie and Dopey, you may recall, are the geniuses who once broadcast a live account of a couple supposedly having sex inside St. Patrick's Cathedral.
I like how they always refer to us as geniuses and rocket scientists. Isn't that nice? That kind of makes me feel a little good.
Well, I guarantee my IQ's higher than Clyde Haberman.
Ooh.
Is it Haberman or Haberman? I think if it was Haberman, there would be 2 B's to make it a softer A.
Haberman?
I would say it's a Haberman.
Haberman.
Yes. You know what I say? Who cares?
I know, but I like to know.
Clyde Haberman?
Clyde.
Hey, Clyde.
So that wasn't a tortured childhood?
Ugh.
Little fruitcake wearing a fucking suit jacket when he was 6?
Opie and Dopey, you may recall, are the geniuses who once broadcast a live account of a couple supposedly having sex inside St. Patrick's Cathedral. They're still around. Heaven save us on satellite radio.
Thank you.
Their idea of fun now includes sending dolts to torment hardworking reporters.
Shut up.
You
and first of
fucker.
all, it's not sending dolts to torment hardworking reporters. It's people, whoever the hell wants to do it, hold up a sign behind a reporter. Just like is done every day, you ass. Every day when there's a live shot somewhere in this country, people are holding up signs. How many times are reporters fired a day for saying fuck? Huh? 1 in the past couple of weeks? What? This happens all the time. We're not telling people to taunt the reporter. Get our name behind the reporter. Make a sign that says Opie and Anthony, XM Satellite Radio, and hold it behind the reporter. There you go. Oh, whoa, that's crazy. You're tormenting the reporter. He's going to act human and curse and get fired. The guy had no self-control.
Just the fact that these scumbags cannot self-analyze enough or cannot have the honesty to just say, this guy really fucked up, and stop putting the asterisk, he was acting human. We know that. We want attention. Isn't that human too?
There you go.
Shithead.
This is a quest for attention for us, a way to get our name out there where people see it and recognize it, know where we are, subscribe to the service, listen to our program.
And then
that's what
eventually,
we're doing.
the CEO of the company will acknowledge us.
Well,
We're just looking for his love.
Just looking for Daddy's love.
And Fred Reynolds, by the way, who's the president of Viacom Television, said that he thinks that Mr. Chien...
Wait, we're getting there, man.
Okay,
There's a lot more to have fun with here, little Jimmy.
Okay.
Mr. Chien, acting human, lost his cool after finishing his report. He turned to his harassers and yelled something on the order of, "What is your problem, man?"
You left a word out there.
That last sentence is sanitized here. The reporter's outburst included a well-worn expletive, one of the 7 dirty words deemed no-nos by the FCC. You hear it on New York streets only, 3 dozen times a day. That was Mr. Chien's foolish thing. He thought he was off the air, he says, but he knew right away that he had gone too far. He knew he was still on the air. He couldn't take it.
Yep.
When he went back live moments later, he apologized, but to no avail. Before the morning was out, CBS had fired him. No question he behaved poorly. Mr. Chien said the other day, I'm a professional and I know I'm not supposed to use those words, he said. I thought the station had switched to tape, but I'm not making any excuses. I should have known better. Still under the circumstances, was his sin so great that he deserved a career beheading?
Yeah, well, how about us, you asshole? We're stupid shock jocks, and 2 years ago we did something that got us thrown off the air. And was that worth actually getting thrown off the air? No description of sex was given on our show at St. Pat's. Forget about what you read in the paper, what you've read in the paper.
What you've written in the paper.
What you've written in the paper. There was no sex description on live radio. Didn't happen. Did not happen. No sex description, no graphic description of a sex act happening at St. Pat's. It did not happen. We never broadcast that, but every article has us broadcasting sex from St. Pat's. Why? Because your reporters are fucking douchebags. I felt bad for 5 minutes for this guy getting fired. I did, until I started reading the articles from this collection of ass-fuck reporters. Now, I don't care. I hope our listeners go out there and get 20 more of you fuckheads fired. I could care less. You're all liars. You're all hypocrites. You're all douchebags. Yeah, thank you.
You are completely correct.
I don't think a politician used those words, but... Ich bin ein reporter, and I'm a douchebag. I think by the end of this decade, we should fire all reporters and do the other things. What other things was he talking about?
I don't know.
Go to the moon and do the other things. And I can't remember. Fuck beautiful women.
Mr. Chien, 36.
My brain fucking
and wear a hat in Dallas.
Okay. Wear a hat. Wear a bulletproof hat.
Mr. Chien, 36, does not believe so. I definitely deserved disciplinary action, he said. I wasn't expecting to be fired. Some of his colleagues were dismayed. So were people whom he covered for Channel 2, and before that for NY1 News. Mr. Chien, a respected reporter, specialized in transportation news.
Hey, there you go. Transportation news.
I can't believe that talent is off the air.
Wow.
Transportation news. Get on the train. The doors close. You get off at your destination. Back to you, Frank. Jerk off.
And you know what? If it wasn't
transportation news,
yeah.
He's an expert.
If it wasn't for all the sensationalism and outright bullshit lying, we would never have gotten fired for the St. Pat's
Absolutely
thing.
not.
Never would have gotten fired for the St. Pat's thing if it wasn't for these grubbing reporters trying to make a better story than was really the story. The story, we didn't broadcast. We took a call from St. Pat's. There was a couple allegedly having sex there. And the actual broadcast, what went out over the air, what we got fired for, was nothing. We never reported, we never described sex at St. Pat's. But that's not a good story.
Right.
So the reporters had to write things like, a blow-by-blow description of pew-rocking sex at St. Pat's was given on their radio show. They lied because they're liars to make good stories, because it's an entertainment business, not news. It's not their primary goal isn't to inform the people. It's to entertain, to titillate, to get ratings and viewers and listeners. That's their job. And when we do the same thing to get people to listen to our show, we're scumbags because it interferes with them being scumbags and liars. And now one of them is gone. Oh, well, sorry, he blew his cool. He lost it. He used words he wasn't supposed to use on the air. There you go. More than we ever did on radio. Ever.
That's right. You guys never said fuck on commercial radio.
We know the rules. We know you're not supposed to say that, or you're going to get your ass thrown off. And we're stupid shock jocks, Opie and Dopey. Shock.
So, Mr. Chan, a respected reporter specialized in transportation news.
Transportation news. Well, there's a coveted gig you really want to hold on to.
I could be a specialist, too. I walk to the end of the platform and go, Train's coming.
Train's coming.
I'm an expert now.
The train is coming. And if it isn't, turn and say, what's your fucking problem, man?
Some of Mr. Chen's allies sense a climate of fear in the FCC's pumped-up campaign against indecency. In parts of the country, television stations have refused to broadcast the film Saving Private Ryan because it shows soldiers at war being, of all things, violent and foul-mouthed. Some stations have rejected Schindler's List for showing naked female prisoners in a Nazi concentration camp being herded to the showers. Never mind that any viewer sexually titillated by that scene probably needs a therapist.
Let me interject for a second. You know, it's real easy for some reporter to make a statement like that, but there's one, fifth in line, I believe. Wow.
Wow.
I'm not saying it wasn't an incredible movie or an awful thing.
Just take it out of context.
When you pause on that one chick.
Just pause. I don't know what's coming next. I don't know what came before, but just that scene.
That's right.
Yeah, ample.
All right, let's sexy and luggageless.
Let's go to Jerry in West Palm Beach. Jerry.
Hey, Opie.
What's up?
Yeah, I just want to let you guys know that there was this radio talk show host, Ed Schultz. He was blowing you guys off on Friday. He was calling you Opie and Dopey.
Oh!
He was calling you guys FM idiots. This jerk-off, he still thinks you guys are an FM. What an idiot. And
I love these guys that just play into our hands. They're all mentioning our names. We need all the help we can get with this XM thing right now.
Fun.
So have fun calling us Opie and Dopey. Just make sure you're saying something about us.
Yeah, well, he missed the XM part. But I just thought, I don't know if the ONA Army want to attack. He's on Air America at 3 o'clock every day. His phone number is 1-877-WE-GOT-ED. So this jerk-off can get what he deserves.
What's his name?
Ed Schultz. I would love to...
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I never heard of him either. I would love to hear the audio of what he said. That would be kind of cool.
He calls himself the Limbaugh of the left.
Oh, that's funny. I love Air America just because the bottom line is most liberal radio shows were getting the shit beaten out of them in the ratings. So they had to kind of create their own radio place where they could all hang out and be comfortable. It's like alternative comedy on a radio station.
Yeah.
You can't make it in the big world, so you're going to all crowd together on one station.
Make your own little world.
Absolutely, where everyone accepts you and laughs and agrees.
Yeah.
Don't you know, guys?
I think Rush is a very bright guy. I disagree with a lot of what he says. I think he's a pompous asshole.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, like him or hate him, the guy's a huge success and he's entertaining.
Yeah, for some reason they're able to get that together. Him, Hannity.
Yeah.
You know, they put on entertaining shows, regardless if you agree with them or not. You know,
Sure.
they put on entertaining shows. The liberal shows are just, you want to just put a drill bit through your temple.
Most of them are, it's a little smug and boring. It's not the political views.
All right, moving on with this New York Times article.
Ugh.
It is in this climate that Mr. Chen lost his job, his supporters say. It's a gross overreaction, said Al O'Leary, a spokesman for the Police Officers Union, who used to speak for New York City Transit. To sacrifice Arthur Chien's career on the altar of political correctness is just wrong. And by the way, I do agree with that. I don't think
he should have been fired.
I don't think the guy should have been fired. I don't really care that he did, but I don't think he should have.
I could give a crap.
Well, I don't think that was for political correctness. I think they're misusing it. It wasn't political correctness is when you have like some stupid social sensibility.
Well,
this is more of a conservative movement. The
This
FCC
is
crackdown.
Such a fear of the FCC fining them or removing licenses that they are now doing these knee-jerk reactions using this, what I love, the zero tolerance policy, which now everyone has, radio stations, TVs, schools as far as weapons go. After Columbine, all the schools enacted this zero tolerance policy. So now you have kids getting suspended for bringing in things like nail clippers, or if you take a donut and hold it like a gun and shoot it at someone in the cafeteria. The zero tolerance policy, which is insane, forces the teachers and stuff to suspend the kids, and now forces networks to fire people without giving any thought to the context, the reason, why they said it, how it was said. If he turned around and said, fuck Viacom, it's the same result as if he just did what he did, which was lose his cool, think the camera's off, whatever. You know, that's the zero tolerance policy, which is ridiculous. Why can't we take things on case-by-case basis anymore?
Guess who did say fuck Viacom? Old Cabbie. That was pretty much, that was your own company, stupid, that you were jamming your middle finger up at.
That's right.
You dope. And can one asshole reporter get that right?
No.
He's not a member of the Opie and Anthony show. He was not sent by the Opie and Anthony show. He does not like the Opie and Anthony show, according to him.
Wow, that's bullshit.
Of course it is.
Because when he sees us on the street, he kisses our asses.
That's like someone bursting into Mohammed Atta's cockpit and maybe flipping him the bird and going, well, there's another terrorist in the cockpit. Look at him, he's flipping off the towers.
Good example.
Anyway,
well, not as extreme.
Not surprisingly, WCBS and its parent company Viacom disagree. As far as, Mr. Chen shouldn't have been fired, okay? Mr. Chen is a terrific young talent, said Fred Reynolds, president and chief executive of the Viacom Television Stations Group.
Such a good talent, we fired him.
All the same, Arthur committed the most... Uh-oh.
I knew this was going to happen. Go ahead.
No, I can't say it.
You can, actually. I think you had it right, and you second-guessed yourself.
No, I'm not even going to attempt it, because I don't feel like people laughing at me.
I'm not going to laugh at you, dude. The only dumb question is the one not asked. Am I right or wrong, guys?
Arthur committed the most... horrendous incident on air that I've ever seen.
Egregious.
Arthur committed the most despicable incident on air that I've ever seen.
Egregious.
It's egregious.
Shut up, I ain't even going to
Arthur committed the most egregious incident on air.
Arthur committed the most EGREGIOUS incident on air that I've ever seen.
Got your name in it.
That's right.
Egregious.
Yeah.
Station managers are not running scared, Mr. Reynolds said, but there is zero tolerance for this breach of the rules. To him, the punishment fits the crime, which he likened to road rage. On air, you just can't lose your cool, he said, which is the truth. It will probably not surprise you that Opie and Dopey...
there it is again.
Having created this mess, get to keep on broadcasting and to chortle over how they provoked a reporter into erupting.
Creating this mess.
Yeah. Mr. Bin Laden.
We're holding up a sign. Someone was holding up a sign with our names on it behind a live reporter on the street. We caused him to say fuck and get fired? Eat me!
Mr. Atta. Mr. Bin Laden.
Yeah.
That's how they refer to these people.
Right.
Mr. Zarqawi.
Mr.
Where's the fucking witty banter and the little funny things like that on somebody who you should have some kind of emotion about, you detached scumbag?
So we're worse than Osama bin Laden?
You understand? That's how
they can't say Mr. Opie and Mr. Dopey?
It should be Mr. Hughes and Mr. Cumia.
Let's go to Mitch in Montreal, who has a problem with us talking about this again. Mitch, go ahead.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good.
Hi, Mitch.
Hi, okay.
Are you from Mitch and Murray?
Yeah, you asked me that last time. I don't know what you're talking about, Jimmy.
All right, well, you didn't
answer.
Let's
go, Mitch.
Okay, sorry. Okay, first of all, you guys are dragging the show like hell, man, with this stuff. You keep rehashing it. It's like a Lenny Bruce bit where you guys are just going over the transcripts, And first of all, you guys say you don't care. You guys are the guiltiest motherfuckers I've ever heard.
Dude, it's in the New York Times. How do you not talk about it? We haven't been here.
So fucking guilty for this asshole. The guy's an asshole. Who cares about him? Let's move on. We want to hear
Mitch.
No, hold on.
Shut up, Mitch. This isn't what...
No, what I want to say to you guys, we want to...
stupid. That's what happens if you don't shut up. Then we just hang up on you. You asshole.
Now.
Just shut up and let us get in on the conversation with you. We'll let you talk, but if you're going to blah, 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 the reality is this just came out. And there's some interesting things in this article. This isn't like we're reading, old newspaper clippings from our Sex for Sam thing.
It was in the Times.
The New York Times is supposed to be the most respected newspaper in America, supposedly.
Sorry you don't have a big paper like that in Michigan.
It's only on the front page of the Metro section, so let's not even acknowledge that this guy completely went off on us. And I don't really, honestly, I don't, Mitch isn't hearing me because I don't really care the guy went off on us. I really don't. I expect this all the time.
I do. It annoys me. These reporters, it's just, time after time, it never ceases to amaze me what just scumbags they really are. And this guy's name is Clyde Haberman. There may be a way to email him. I mean, if people think that the way he writes, I don't know. If I could email him comments, Clyde Haberman, I don't know what his email is at the Times, I would certainly do that.
All right. Yeah. And finally, as for Mr. Chien, his focus is on what comes next. He is talented and in all likelihood will land on his feet. He has wanted to be a reporter, he says, since the 5th grade at Public School 59 on the east side of Manhattan, where he grew up, the son of Chinese immigrants. I love what I do, he said. He immediately corrected himself and said, what I did. I love what I did.
I love what I do. Then he said, I love what I
did.
What I did.
So there you have it. The latest on our assault on the media from the New York Times.
Hey.
Just a small little newspaper.
Whatever. Have fun. Have fun, reporters. Because you know something? We're still going to be out there.
Oh, we're coming to get you.
Still going to be out there.
Isn't it kind of funny, though, that they didn't defend the Hot 97 crew, who did what they did was very poor taste, but they didn't curse. There was not one FCC violation of that whole song, and not one law broken or anything, and yet the media, where was the empathy for them? Even though what they did was stupid. They acted human. They went for a laugh. And it missed. It was over the line.
A group of people, and that group of people went to the press. Yep. The press blew it up, and they got fired. And that's what happened. No rules were broken. No laws were broken. A freedom of speech issue.
Sure.
Whatever they said. But then the station gets so scared of the negative press that they fired those people.
But where's the media defending that? Where's the media that they were clamoring to get them fired? So what I'm saying, why are they not just acting human? They went for a laugh and it was over the line and tasteless and it missed. Well, why? How come he's acting human? Because he's one of you.
Yep.
Why is that?
It's one of their own.
God, I wish one of them would have which one of them would have courage as a man to call it and just talk. Nope. They can't do it.
All right, let's go to Mitch again. Mitch.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I was rattling off and I cut you off. It's your turn. Sorry about that.
Nah, well, I said what I had to say after we hung up on you. I mean, this is not an old article. This is something that happened 2-3 days ago while we were off the air in the New York Times. It's not a tiny little local paper, Mitch.
And Mitch, let me tell you the difference. I know what you're saying about Lenny Bruce. Lenny did lose his mind and did start reading court transcripts. But this is something that's happening. This is a 4-hour radio show. This is not like a 45-minute stand-up set where it's got to be boom, 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 punchline, boom, boom, punchline. This is what we do. This falls in line with what we do. When Lenny was reading transcripts, it went against what he did because he wasn't trying to be funny. This is what we do. We weave in and out of being funny. We talk about what's going on. We try to riff on it. And we are riffing on it. That's pretty much what we do.
Right, this is just a hot topic right now. It will go away, but we're getting a lot more attention as far as this goes. So, I mean, we had a huge hit in Boston over the weekend we're going to talk about next. Should we not talk about this one, Mitch?
No, come on, guys. I love
assault
you
on
guys.
the media. I don't know. We've been talking a little too much about that. So why should we talk about this next one?
I feel that you guys feel that you feel guilty for this guy. That's what it's coming
out. Mitch, Freud, sit there and psychoanalyze someone else, okay?
Don't you?
We feel guilty. That's why we're talking about it so much. I could give a fuck that this guy, I don't care if he's on a soup fucking line at this point. Reporters have fucked my life up for 2 years. Huh?
No, but
if it wasn't for them reporting lies, I wouldn't have been out of work for 2 years.
Stop saying you don't care. You keep saying, I don't care. You sound like that fucking douchebag Stern. You do care, so stop saying, I don't care.
I care that he's fired. Is that what you're saying, Mitch? Mitch, I care that this guy was fired. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm also saying you always say, I don't care.
Could you go outside and freeze to death in Canada, you fucking asshole? Just freeze to death. I hate you.
Come on, Anthony.
Go get your copy of Decades, Neil Young, and listen to that, because we're going to talk about this for a little longer after the break.
June 1st. Ooh, what is it, a balmy 12 out in your stupid country?
I know,
hate
but
you.
I'm trapped here, man. Have some pity
Why
on
aren't
me,
you at work?
Yeah,
go warm up the dog sled and go to work.
You should feel guilty because you're stealing XM. Satellite thief.
I'm not stealing, man, I'm paying. And
one of our nice, shiny American satellites.
That's right.
I paid for you guys on premium, the whole $2 man. You guys are great.
I don't care. I don't care. My troops don't go over. I don't care.
What is Canada launching a hockey puck next year? Putting it in orbit? Their first rocket? Have you guys launched a rocket? Hey, Canada.
You want to hear something?
Hey, Canada. Shut up, Mitch. Have you launched a rocket yet?
You mean one of those things that flies up in the sky?
Yeah, have you done anything with the space program and launched your own rocket? Do you have like a launch pad up there?
We're still working on snowmobiles. That's our newest
Mitch,
thing.
could you give your address out over the air? Because a lot of people want to drive all the way up to Montreal just to punch you in the face. I swear to God. There's a guy in West Palm Beach is like, please give me his address. I won't even fly. I'll drive all the way there just to punch him in the face.
Can I just tell you something about Canada and satellite radio?
Yeah, you just sound annoying, man.
What, Mitch?
Go ahead, Mitch.
I'm with you, Mitch.
I am an annoying guy, but let me tell you something about Canada and satellite radio. I was just looking with a friend of mine who's in communications, and we were just wondering, can XM be brought to Canada? This was our big thing, and we started doing a search on it, and Canada bans XM or any kind of transmission from satellite because they're going on an old European system where they're broadcasting digital radio from satellite, from towers.
All right, we got Ian from Nova Scotia.
My God.
Ian?
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Ian.
That drivel
Yeah,
that
guys.
just came out of his
Ian.
mouth?
C-word alert.
What?
C-word alert.
C-word alert.
All right, C-word alert.
C-word
alert. There you go. You're on with Mitch from Montreal. Go ahead.
See, I told you last week. Remember I called last week about this guy?
Yeah.
He is a typical Montreal. I don't care if he's French or not. They're all cocksuckers. They're all cunts. They have no idea at all. They turn their back on you within a second.
Hey, I'm the Canadian that stayed in Montreal when every other chick...
I don't care. I don't care. I don't point out what I was saying last week. You called in. Oh, we love you. Oh, I love you. I get you for, illegally. And then one topic doesn't fit your bill, and suddenly, oh, Jesus, you guys are going on too long. What the hell's the matter with you? Why can't you just enjoy the show?
It's good radio, man. Come on, you got to call in. You got to spread the virus. You got to wake up the people. If something's happening on the show, now I get to fight with some newfie. Where are you from, Newfoundland or Nova Scotia?
I'm from Nova Scotia. And this topic is funny as hell. I mean, I'm interested
all you faggots up in Nova Scotia are a bunch of fucking farmers. And you fucking Nova Scotian.
You're supposed to be Canadian. They ask you a direct question about what Canadians have donated to.
This is why we don't need a fence or a moat or an army on the north border of the United States of America.
They just hate each other.
No, I'm just saying they sound so wimpy.
Yeah.
They ain't coming down to get us ever.
And you have no idea about it.
You newfies from Nova Scotia or wherever you are, man, you drive us nuts here. You're so fucking stupid.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds pretty intelligent.
What a fucking dude.
Yeah, you're full of cheese.
Geography, do you? Don't even have a fucking clue. Do I have a Newfie accent, you dumbass?
You're a newfie, man. Come on.
I don't know.
That's all you got. That's all you got, you fucking pussy. You're a Newfie. I don't even have a Newfie accent. I don't even fucking go to Newfie. You're a fucking dumbass. And Newfies are twice the fucking guys you are. They have a lot of road.
I don't care.
Sure.
Ding, ding, ding. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Is that French?
I don't care. You fucking newfies.
Stop wasting their fucking time.
All right, will you guys
Erase
hang
your
up,
fucking number,
please?
And don't call them
I'll
back
be
again.
quiet. I'll be
Be
quiet
like
if the
the
newfie
fucking
will be quiet.
Not you fucking scumbag cunt.
You know how you break a newfie's finger? You kick him in the fucking nose.
And they're out.
Oh, Canada. Can you believe that country is sitting right up there? Just a mere few miles away from us.
Yeah.
It is a whole nother world going on over there. Wow.
Newfie, cook.
Why don't we play this little...
Please, God, I pray for another ice age. I would love just a sweeping glacier to just cleanse that continent of any life whatsoever. Bring back the mastodon.
All right, Ann, we're going to take a break. That was kind of fun to listen to, though.
Can you tell the difference between those accents, by the way?
No!
No, not at all.
Shut up, you newfie. You sound like a hoser.
When we come back, Anthony, the headline reads, Perils of Live TV from the Boston Herald.
Yeah, I heard about this one.
This one is really ugly.
Heard about this one. The Enola Gay took off and...
This one's really ugly.
And dropped the big one.
I guarantee Mitch will be listening no matter
we're
what.
Chortling.
We'll go to break with this.
Times have changed. Our kids are getting worse. They won't obey their parents. They just want to fart and curse. Should we blame the government or blame society?
Or should we blame the images on TV?
No, blame Canada. Blame Canada. People of their beady little eyes and flapping heads Jimmy tells me to fuck myself. Well, blame Canada! Blame Canada! It seems that everything's gone wrong since Canada came along. Blame Canada! Blame Canada!
They're not even a real country anyway.
My son could have been a doctor or a lawyer, rich and true. Instead, he burned up like a piggy on a barbecue.
Should we blame the matches? Should we blame the fire? Or the doctors who allowed it to expire?
Heck no! Blame Canada! Blame Canada! With all the hockey hung on below. And that bitch Anne-Marie, too. Blame Canada! Shame on Canada! Oh, this is Mama, stop the trash, we're special after and fuck the phobia, stop the hustling and their cause of fuss before somebody thinks of blaming us.
Let's see how this comes out. All right?
They're right there. All right, here we go. I got a break.
Oh, this is nice.
This is a story about a man. And he always was so lonely at night. But his voice was rowdy. You could hear it all through this train station. And I'm going to sing this one. This is about Tippy Toe Tommy.
Let's go while we're young.
It's late at night, and I have nowhere to go. My money's gone and also all my friends. And the cop says to me, "Hey, you smell bad, get out of here." And he says, "And you know I have an angel." And he said, "That angel, shelter me from the pouring rain. You have homes. This is my life. I'm living with so much pain. Shelter me from the pouring rain. You have homes. This is my life. I'm living with so much pain." That's just a little piece.
Opie and Anthony, XM 202.
Fat idiot with rosacea.
He's coming in today, right?
Yeah.
All right, we got Pat from Menaki coming in at 9 to do the news. And we just found out that, he's in the finals of the Nathan's hot dog eating contest?
Oh, Opie, this is a national event. People around the country know of this thing. Nathan's, of course, the famous Nathan's on Coney Island, has a hot dog eating contest every year. And our own Pat from Menaki is qualified, and he's going to be in it. I guess he won the qualifying match in Philly. He outdid all those Philly people, I guess. And now he's going to Coney. He's going to be in the hot dog eating contest.
Yeah, we'll get the details at 9 o'clock when he comes in, but basically, that's going to be another assault on the media, I do believe.
Could cost him another toe.
Well, there you have it.
Tow truck there.
Call a tow truck.
Let's go to Robert in Western Canada. Robert.
Hello.
Hey, Robert.
I'd just like to defend Western Canada from Eastern Canada.
Mm-hmm.
We're not at all the same.
No?
We're not. They're like a boil on the ass of Canada, Eastern Canada. You know.
Yeah, but what does Western Canada have? I know Montreal and Toronto. That's about it.
Western.
Oh, you guys got that Vancouver. That's supposed to be really nice.
Well, it is. It is very nice. Western Canada is a beautiful part of the country. Eastern Canada everyone looks at Eastern Canada and seems to think that everything comes from the east. There's actually a western part of Canada, which actually their views, our views in Western Canada are a lot like yours, We're not dumb. We're not dumb like Eastern Canada.
Why is Canada taking over this program? That's what I want to know.
We're not trying to, but...
I would love to know how many of you Canadians are listening to XM illegally.
I am listening to you illegally. I can't say I'm not. I love you guys, though, and to be able to get you, I got to get you illegally. It's just the way it is.
How did you get your XM?
Do you really want to know?
No, no one's gonna track you down. Jesus.
Well, my brother actually wintered in Portland in the winters, and I used his address.
Wait, he went all the way south to Portland to get away from the cold weather?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wintered. Yeah, it's pretty cold up here, eh?
Most people in the States, we winter down in Miami, Florida in general.
Yeah.
But you stupid Western Canadians, you winter in Portland because you think it's warmer.
It's kind of cold.
It's better.
All right, well, all right. So he was down in Portland wintering. And what happened? He picked up a unit, obviously, and smuggled it back?
In a Speedo at the beach?
No. I bought one and just used his address, and they could have cared less. Like, I mean, they just want subscribers, you know. I don't think they care where it comes from or how they get it. You know, I pay my $10 a month, and away we go.
Oh, yeah, you still have to pay the $10 a month. That's right. Okay. Well, thank you, Robert.
Thanks, man.
There he goes. Western Canada checking in, Anthony.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on with Christian Slater? Is this story just breaking?
Oh, yeah. He's had a couple of problems in the past. You remember he was drunk one day, and he had a gun at the airport. They went to arrest him another time. He
old gag.
Scuffle with the cops, and the cops say he tried to grab the cop's gun.
I was saying that old gag with the celebrities trying to get a gun through security at the airport. That's such an old gag.
I didn't know.
Who doesn't know they have a gun on them?
I didn't know.
But it's like it's a publicity stunt, basically. You
think that's a publicity stunt?
I think a publicist a long time ago figured out, look, you smuggle a gun, they catch you. This was before 9/11, obviously.
Of course.
They catch you. It's a no-no. You get slapped on the wrist eventually, but you get headlines all over the country.
Hey, there's Christian Slater getting arrested this morning. They're throwing him in the cop car, all handcuffed. Well, this morning, his problems were he was apparently drunk, and he was walking down the sidewalk here in Manhattan, and he grabbed a girl's ass. Just reached over and grabbed her ass. It was probably one of those situations, you're drunk and, you look at that ass,
and you
go, fine ass.
I gotta grab that ass!
I gotta grab it. Look,
the perf switch went off on Christian Slater?
Christian Slater. The switch, it happens to us. We walk down the street and you look and go, that's a great ass. I wonder what that ass feels like.
But most of us never will know.
You undress her with your mind, perhaps.
Sure.
You fantasize, but you don't grab the ass. He was probably doing the same thing. That's a fine ass on that girl. I wonder what that looks like without any dress on it, or maybe the panties down. I need the ass! I gotta grab it! And before he knew it, his hand's on the ass. And then he's Christian Slater, so...
It was just a stranger, though? He didn't know this girl?
I don't think he did know the girl.
Oh,
he just
wow.
grabbed her ass. And then he's Christian Slater, so the girl spins around and goes, it's Christian Slater. So it doesn't matter where he goes. It looked like they were arresting him from his apartment. Ching. So he probably went home. Yeah. Cha-hing. He's, she probably then said, Christian Slater grabbed my ass. The cops go to his house and arrest him. Which is, God, she could have just seen Christian Slater on the street and said, he grabbed my ass. And they go to your house and arrest you like that?
It's going to be his word against hers.
Yeah.
Well, according to Clyde Haberman and the rest of these reporters' mentality, I think that she should be in trouble for provoking that situation.
Right.
If she didn't walk with that delicious hiney, nobody would have been hard-pressed to grab
He
it.
wouldn't have grabbed her ass if she had a horrible ass or it kept it covered up.
I think it's a compliment when you grab an ass like that, Anthony.
Yeah.
You're not grabbing the hot, the fat asses.
Uh-huh. Oh, boy.
Wow, they're doing a live shot outside. Anyway, I'm a little distracted.
Nothing yet. Please keep quiet.
Good luck.
Anyway, so he was arrested this morning, and it's a developing story.
I'm just looking at it. It looks like I'm looking at an injured gazelle with a pride of hungry lions around it. It's just waiting to get its throat ripped out.
Anyway, Anthony, I'm sorry. Sorry for that.
Oh, boy. Oh, no.
Anyway.
Yeah. I was just watching this. I was just watching.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, no.
Very interesting.
You're kidding.
Let's go to Buffalo, which is pretty much like being in Canada. Tom, what's up?
Oh, come on now. It ain't anything like Canada. It just snows up here.
Yeah.
Right,
Anyway, one thing that you guys are missing about this story about Christian Slater, how much you want to bet, Ken, that she's going to come up with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit saying that he created some type of mental illness because he grabbed her ass.
Yep.
All right. Well, he shouldn't have grabbed her ass, though.
That's right.
It's kind of like Arthur Chen, crying, but he shouldn't have turned around and cursed out Nathaniel there.
Did he brush her ass? I wonder.
I don't know.
Ever have that happen?
Oh, many times.
On the street, and, it's crowded, maybe in a crosswalk, a lot of people, and then your arm swings, and somebody's, coming up behind you. You don't see him right away. I've gotten knocked in the nuts that way. Somebody's swinging their arms like they're doing that stupid walk thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and their arm goes swinging as you're trying to pass next to them, and whap, right into your sack. No! You do the, no! Oh, you okay? Yeah, great. Fantastic.
All right,
when
Anthony.
a kid does it in a supermarket, touches your bag.
Yeah.
And then you hold their hand there a little longer. Give them some gum.
Yes.
Tell them to keep it secret.
Don't be a tattletale, you.
Anyway, I hope we entertained Mitch in Canada enough, because now we want to get back to what we want to talk about.
Right,
That's right.
Mitch.
Pearls of live TV. This comes from the Boston Herald. Was this the Manatees again in the Inside Track? The Manatees, they do the gossip column for the Inside Track.
Yes.
Up there in Boston for the Boston Herald.
They don't call themselves the Manatees,
They
do they?
They used to love. Yeah, I'm getting a thumbs up from Ben. They used to love us when we used to broadcast at WAAF up there.
Wrote about us a lot.
And now I think they can't stand us because I think it got back to them that we call them the Manatees.
We? I know Opie calls them the Manatees all the time.
Well, I have heard that they don't like to be called the Manatees. Someone else that works for us said if you want to get under their skin, call them the Manatees.
I have always laughed at the name Manatees. I think it's very funny.
It fits though.
And it fits. It's one of those names that just fit the girls.
The Manatees. They just kind of slumber around looking for gossip.
They're there, They have a couple of propeller marks on their back.
Oh, yeah, they have. Oh, yeah, they have. They're just hoping food is close or gossip is close.
They're slow moving.
Actually, you know why they're called the Manatees? Because they are typical gossip columnists. I think every city has them. But basically, they don't really do much on their own. They just wait for people to call them with all the gossip.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Manatees. They're not going to be swimming fast looking for food. They're hoping that something's right there in front of them.
Pops up in front of their face as they lumber around the harbor.
Right.
They'll eat it.
So there you have it. Oh, boy. Here it is from the Boston Herald. Finally, we hear that the suits at Fox 25 were all lathered up yesterday after a sign
Lathered up.
I know, sorry, let me start over. Finally, we hear that the suits at Fox 25 were all lathered up yesterday after a sign-toting stuntman reportedly fronting for satellite shock jocks Opie and Anthony ran into a Channel 25 live shot holding a sign with a very nasty word on it. Is that how you say very?
How did they spell it?
Well, very with like 6 E's.
Oh, a bunch of E's?
How do you say that?
Very.
Very nasty word on it.
Very. Or very.
Yeah, you got to end it with the Y, a bunch of Y's. V-E-R, 6 Y's.
How about very?
Very bad.
Anyway, Fox 25 morning newsman on the street, Doug Goody.
Couldn't they have just written it like that? Cunt. No?
Yeah, I guess.
Can't get away with writing it like that?
Why not? Because technically you're not spelling the word.
No.
Eric, could you spill some of this goodness out?
Spill some of that out for the boss, please, Eric. Quickly.
Zips his fly down and starts jacking. Not that goodness.
Thank you.
Not too much, Hawk. For Christ's sake.
This Starbucks, they just fill up their coffee a little too high.
Leaky lids.
Yum, yum, yum.
Good for the shareholders when they say how much coffee they've gone through.
Oh, really?
Say, oh, it's gallons.
Gallons?
Gallons.
Dude, there are. I was counting the other day. I live on the Upper West Side. There are 6 Starbuckses that I could go to at any given moment.
Starbuckses.
6 Starbucks establishments.
Starbuckses.
Starbucking.
Starbuckses.
Starbucks.
Do you think it's shareholder meetings that the CEO, when they're talking about Starbucks, neglects to mention the most popular brand of coffee? Like if somebody mentions the Coffee Beanery, do you think he says, well, we have pastry?
All right.
That's it.
So there are 6.
6 of them right up where you are.
Within 3 blocks.
Starbuckses.
Starbucks.
I don't know how many Starbuckses there are across the country, but they are everywhere. Man.
Across country, there's got to be 80, 90 Starbucks.
I do believe they're going places.
I think there's more than that.
Anyway, let's get back to this article from the Manatees in the Boston Herald there. Okay, so Fox 25 morning newsman on the street, Doug Goody, a.k.a. VB. He goes by the name VB.
VB.
Was doing a live shot from Sandwich when a man ran in front of him holding a sign sporting a word that is never, and then ever in capital letters, used in polite company.
In England.
In England.
They use it a lot.
That's right.
It was the C word, what we like to refer to as the atomic bomb. It is just the atom bomb. There's nothing bigger than that as far as a word on television goes.
No.
You just drop that, you're forgetting every other option there is. You've been through all the other words. That's it. Doesn't get any higher. Unless you put something like your mother's above it.
And then face after it.
Oh, this guy has the proper Starbucks pronunciation.
Yo.
Mike in New York, what's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to say the proper pronunciation is Starboxing.
Starboxing.
It's Starboxing.
Moosin.
Oh, that's very funny, Mike.
I have a lot of moosin. I started boxing.
Starbuckses. I like Starbucks.
In the woodsin.
I like Starbuckses.
In the wooden is it?
Well, there are a lot of them. Thank you, Mike.
All right, take care.
That's very funny. Okay, so holding a sign sporting a word that is never, ever used in polite company.
No.
It was on the air for several seconds, said one viewer. It was on a black sign with white letters, plain as day. Our fucking pests.
Oh, you sick bastard.
The pests have taken over this radio show. We don't even control it anymore. We just sit here and hang now.
That is awful. I've been just watching the news.
Wait a minute. Wait, did that say? Honey, your name's on TV.
Let's go to...
Yeah, we gave some angry husbands a little help. You can just go, you, and then point at the television.
Pause it. Let's go to Scott in Massachusetts. Scott?
Hey, Virgin Boy. VB stands for Virgin Boy.
Oh.
He goes by the name Virgin Boy.
Yeah, he got that on the Howie Carr show. He was an intern for the Howie Carr show.
Howie Carr?
Howie Carr.
Howie Carr.
Is Howie
Carr.
Is he still broadcasting?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wowee.
All right. Thank you, Scott.
No problem.
So I guess Virgin Boy now does a little TV, and he got a nice little surprise the other day in Sandwich. It was on the air for several seconds, said one viewer. It was on a black sign with white letters, plain as day.
Tomorrow we'll have sandwiches.
The shock jocks.
Prison. Good fellas. Sandwiches.
What are you eating?
Oatmeal, but I'm really glad there's no sugar in it, which would actually give it some flavor. Now it's just like heated placenta. Lovely.
Oatmeal is the worst. I don't know how you guys eat that.
I eat it
lump
every
of
morning.
Sugar helps. It's paper mache. It's lumpy paper mache.
But the problem is if you're going to throw a lot of sugar in it, then you might as well just eat any other cereal.
How about a little sugar?
You got to throw raisins in there and some fruit. That'll sweeten it up enough.
That doesn't sweeten
But
it
I'm
up
just
enough.
saying, if you're going to eat the oatmeal, to throw all that sugar in it, you might as well just eat like a Captain Crunch or something.
Yeah.
That's all.
What
If you're
flavor?
trying to eat healthy, it's not going to help by throwing all that sugar on it.
Regular.
Sugar frosted flakes.
Does this have sugar in it? I asked for like cinnamon or whatever, like whatever they have.
Ricky's last day.
Yeah, I just told him to eat the oatmeal, whatever regular.
Cinnamon, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't. No, I'm sorry.
No.
Ricky, I just want to acknowledge all the work you did for us.
It's your last day, Ricky, huh?
Can I have one of those, Eric?
Where are you off to?
Back to school.
Back to school?
Back to 6th grade.
What is the mustache thing you have going today?
No, I just got it lined up with my haircut. Just
Wait,
kind of
wait.
thinned.
Kind of thin.
No, I just see a Hitler.
Yeah, dude, what's
You
up?
have anything on the sides?
Yeah, it's very thin. He cut it a little too close.
You shaved like Adolf Hitler.
No.
No?
It wasn't me. It was actually the barber. He just
Why are they trimming up your mustache?
It's just to
Can't
line
you
it up
do
with
that
the haircut.
yourself?
Line it up with a haircut.
I could grow that mustache in 3 hours.
Yeah.
That is.
All right, well, good luck to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm getting a sign there from the control room.
Well,
oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Is someone coordinating things?
Who is this?
Someone's coordinating.
We're calling in.
All right.
We're calling in a strike.
We could be. Don't give it away. Oh, no.
We're calling in a strike.
Oh, jeez. Oh, okay.
All right.
It could happen any moment.
Why is everyone standing up and they're on the edge of their seats?
I'm petrified now. Who is this?
Oh, I want to throw this fucking awful oatmeal in his mustachioed face.
But it's not his fault.
It is. I asked for cinnamon oatmeal. He brings me regular.
Plaster.
Oh. Did he make it?
I don't know what he did. He went somewhere and got it.
You notice a few years ago with the cereals, they took sugar off the titles because it used to be like sugar.
Mhm.
Sugar Pops.
It's a bad
sugar
word.
Frosted Flakes.
It's a bad word.
Yeah.
Now it's all
just
about low
Pops.
carbs. Low carbs is the hot word now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, have low carbs on your cereal box.
Low carbs?
People
is
are
oatmeal low carbs?
I don't know. This early, I don't mind having a few carbs.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I got to move.
Oh, you need that energy.
Real man doing some lifting.
I'll tell you, ever since I started eating oatmeal every day, well, I use a lot less toilet paper.
That is really disgusting.
Old brick colon.
I could go days on one little sheet of toilet paper.
Oh.
It's unbelievable. But then I do the baby wipes just to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool it off a little bit.
Ugh.
All right, can we get back to this article?
I ate like crap over the weekend. Like I ate stuff I haven't eaten in years.
Mm-hmm.
Like beef. I had a lot of beef over the weekend, like filet mignon.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
That just sits in your gut, though.
Dude, no. When I hit the bowl and looked inside, it was the color of Don Cheadle. It was just like the dark. I could not believe. I've grown accustomed to a lighter color and ease of movement. This is like, oh brother, I remember the old struggling days. Beef just wants to hold on to you.
Yeah.
Doesn't wanna,
I went to Florida, and then
leave.
I went to Florida, and then I did the Washington trip, obviously with you guys. So a lot of traveling messes me up.
Yeah.
I finally released after maybe 3 days, maybe 3.5 days of not going at all.
Ugh.
Dude, my bowl ran out of water.
Oh.
And now I understand why the water is key to any toilet bowl. Because the smell that will come out of that toilet bowl when it's out of the water. What happened?
Yeah. Oh, nothing. It's the sound clip.
Oh, okay. But I ran out of water. It was the biggest pile I've ever seen.
The water. That is really disgusting.
No joke. All right, anyway, let's get back to this, Anthony, okay?
Like ease of movement, laying rope.
God, we never get anything done. It was on the air for several seconds, said one viewer. It was on a black sign with white letters, plain as day.
Mm-hmm.
The shock jocks who were fired from WNEW in New York after they urged a couple to have sex in St. Patrick's Cathedral landed on XM satellite radio, which is free from FCC-mandated obscenity standards.
Yeah.
Their latest campaign, a so-called assault on the media, has already claimed one victim. former Channel 25 reporter Arthur Chien. Arthur used to work for this...
Oh, he used to work there. I was going to say, former...
He used to work at this Channel 25 that just got hit over the weekend.
Okay. Oh. Well, give him his job back.
Chien was fired last week after O&A minions interrupted a live shot he was doing for CBS 2 in the Big Apple. The radio idiots...
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Idiots?
The radio idiots were waving a poster. Oh, we're not the idiots. Okay. The radio idiots were waving a poster, giving Chien the finger, and muttering curses while he was trying to deliver a report.
Bam! Once again, we don't need to rehash it.
Scumbag wrong.
Wrong.
When he finished his story, Chien turned to the morons and, thinking he was off the air, asked, "What the bleep is your problem, man?" He was promptly canned.
Yeah.
God, it just seems so easy to just do some quick, fact checking here.
Some fact-finding. How about talk to us? We'll give you the facts.
Oh, my God. We have no problem talking to the manatees. Yesterday's stunt, which O&A haven't claimed credit for, by the way, flies in the face of instructions on the Shock Jocks website that urge followers not to curse or hold up signs with profanities on them.
Right.
You can yell Opie and Anthony as much as you want. Please don't yell profanities or hold up signs with profanities on them. It's not going to impress anyone. You can be a pest without cursing, their instructions state. Well, basically, it's simple. The whole object of the assault on the media is just to get our names out there, and and the fact that we're back on radio on XM satellite radio.
So we have our suggested guidelines that you adhere to, and then there's also people out there that are going to do whatever they want to do on their own, and we have no control over that. Sorry to say, we have no control over that. But we suggest people just hold up a sign. Maybe just say Opie and Anthony, XM Satellite Radio, and that's it. There's no touching the reporter. Don't curse. You don't have to. It makes the point without cursing. And that's it. That's the assault on the media. If some nut wants to put the C word on television, what are we going to say? Don't do that. Don't. No, we suggest you don't, but if you're going to do that, makes me laugh my ass off, I'll be honest with you.
I will giggle.
I think it's funny as all hell when that happens.
All right, Anthony. The article continues. They also add other helpful hints, such as don't touch the reporter and make sure the camera is on and the shot is live. Their website currently advertises an assault on the media in Boston and features video of a fan interrupting a Channel 7 live shot with a non-nasty sign. I don't remember seeing that one. I'll have to check the website for that one.
You don't remember that one, do you?
No.
Non-nasty, no cursing.
Channel 25 spokesgal Maggie Hennessy, niece...
Hey, Maggie Hennessy, don't you know?
...said the station received no complaints about the incident, but wouldn't comment further.
Really?
Did you think it was funny?
Did you find it funny? I found it funny, but...
Well,
I had a good laugh.
Well, funny you should ask that, because this is how she ends her article. This Channel 25 spokesgal, she says, I wouldn't justify something like this with a comment.
How about a snicker?
And then it says, stay tuned.
How about a wink?
Yes.
All right, we got the psychopath that did this on the phone right now.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, premarital sex from whackbag.com.
Hey, whackbag.
Hey, what's going on?
One of the whackbag pests.
You dirty, dirty man.
You potty sign.
You're... Potty sign. Dude, what was the sign? When did you make it?
I believe I made it Wednesday night.
So Wednesday night you crafted the sign?
Yeah, I got myself, a piece of black poster board.
The word is huge, and then there's a tiny, if you have a microscope, you can see the Opie and Anthony.
That's kind of good.
No, I had a good wow sticker slapped on the bottom.
Oh, no. Oh, no, my stomach. Oh, hold on, sir.
Hold on one second,
please.
sweetie.
Hold on, sir. Oh, no.
Oh,
Jesus. Run. Get in there.
Get in there,
Get in there.
Get in there, you dope.
Where is he? You son of a... Oh, there he is. No, get in there. Get in front of him.
The camera keeps moving.
The camera keeps moving. Oh, no. Come on, get in there.
Hold on, we have someone... he's jumping in on a...
Oh, boy, the camera moved. The camera moved. The reporter looked over like, what the hell's going on?
Wow, there was a whole, there's a whole...
Oh, poor Danny.
God.
He had a hard time.
Danny had a really tough time. I think we saw Anthony and
infamy,
like THY. I think we saw.
Wait a minute. What?
Huh?
Oh, I thought they were going back somewhere else.
No.
Oh man, he had a hard time getting that sign in there. How did he get thrown all the way to the back?
I don't know. He was getting moved and pushed all over the place. Can we get him on the phone?
You look like a Jane Goodall documentary.
Everyone is throwing their hands in the air around here like, oh, man.
I think they were doing a story on unemployment, and then he was in the back of that crowd.
Birthday shout-outs.
All right. Wow. Danny's on 10. Oh, my God.
We should have told him to take some Samsonite luggage with him and throw it to the side.
Danny.
Yo.
What happened?
What happened?
Well, you sort of got it on.
I couldn't tell there was a crowd, and at first when I put it on, some black producer or whatever, like actually physically grabbed the sign, shot this wrangling out of my hand.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Well,
get that out of there. Get that out of there. And the camera guy had already seen it at that point, so I started moving around to the other side, but they were already on to me.
Well, basically, Fox 5 here in New York, Good Day New York, is doing this whole thing because Jim Ryan is, Norton is still losing it over there. This car is kind of driving off the road as we speak. Jim Ryan is retiring from Fox 5, Good Day New York, Anthony, and they have this... Jesus, Jim, relax. He can't even breathe. Should we take a break?
We're okay. Oh.
And they're doing a live shot outside. Where is it? Outside Madison Square Garden?
Yeah, right on the corner of 33rd and 7th.
They're going to be there until 9 o'clock, by the way. Hint, hint.
Yes.
So we sent Danny down there, and all of a sudden they went to the live shot, and we saw, I think, the right third of the poster board that has Opie and Anthony XM satellite radio.
And then immediately the camera swung over and got the poster out of frame.
There was a little dance going on between Danny and the camera guy.
Yeah, and the security guy, I guess, because the reporter that was there was staring over at the side where the scuffle was happening, but it was off camera. So then I guess, Danny, what did you do then? Grab the sign away from him and make your way to the back of the crowd?
Yeah, basically I grabbed, she had her hand on it. It was like a little tug-of-war thing. So I just yanked it back from her, and I figured, they're not going to come back to that side, so I figured I'd try and drape it over that dumb board that they had there.
Right.
So I was just kind of holding the sign totally covering that board, but I had no idea if they were keeping that in the shot or not.
It was sort of on TV, I guess.
Yeah, you got a quickie.
We'll have to go back to the tape and see. But basically, Danny went down there to try to disrupt the shot, and it sort of worked, I guess.
What do you think? If they go live again, any chance of getting a run through right in front?
Oh, I already ran like a block and a half away.
Oh, you're a block and a half away already?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm about to get back on the train and head over.
All right. Well, and then the reporter was distracted, started looking at the sign, trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
I haven't heard the audio yet. Maybe we could get the audio to see what went down with that. We're getting that audio? All right, we're getting the audio. We got Nathaniel in the studio. Nathaniel? Jimmy's still losing it.
No, I just wanted to say congratulations to Danny.
All right.
For a big home run.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you, mister.
Almost saw at least 60% of the sign there.
What a scumbag.
Wow.
Hey.
The guy's in the trenches.
Take the rest of the minute off, Danny. You've deserved it.
Thanks.
All right, Danny, thank you.
I
want to hear the audio, because the reporter was saying something like, what the hell is that?
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely distracted.
The camera guy was really good. He got off that shot immediately.
You got to jump in front, it seems, in some circumstances. Behind the reporter is not good enough. You got to get in front.
Well, one of the best ever. Another one that we had was where they took the WOW sign or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it was Big Kevin's.
Right, yeah.
And just walked right behind the reporter and just reached over the reporter's... Wow.
And it covered the reporter's
Completely
face.
covered his face as he's trying to do a serious report about some kind of nuclear reactor leak.
It was a nuclear reactor story. And he didn't say the F word or anything.
No. And he didn't touch a reporter, so... All right.
Yeah.
Where were we? Oh, we were talking to premarital sex from whackbag.com. Yeah. All right, buddy. So you went out to Sandwich?
Yes, sir.
Did you fall asleep?
Are you drunk?
A little bit.
I'm getting reports from other people on Whackbag. This is from Who Is This? From Whackbag. Says, PMS has been posting drunk since yesterday. You should be able to get some good radio out of him.
Oh, really?
What, you've been drinking?
Well, he's been celebrating, right?
Celebrating, yeah, whatever.
Wow, you are really, you're a lot more exciting on TV.
Yeah, I know.
So, walk us through what happened, bro.
Well, what happened was Wednesday night was when I made the sign and everything. I decided, black background, white letters, just so it would show up pretty nice on the
visual,
TV. Because I thought it was a Thursday day shot, but it said it was a Friday. Well, they used to do the zip trips every Thursday where they go to a random town live. They do a little piece about, the history of the town, how it relates to Massachusetts, blah, 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 blah.
Well, now, how long have they been doing that?
Oh, they've been doing it for like at least a year or two. So
Jimmy, shut up. This is like pulling teeth already.
You guys are basically, telling me when they're going to do a live show, which I'm like, perfect assault on the media opportunity.
Right.
So I see, they'll be like, oh, this Friday, join us down at Sandwich, Horizons on the Cape, blah, blah,
You saw
blah.
that ad, you were watching something else?
Shut up, Jimmy.
Wait, you were watching something else, you saw the ad for this thing, right?
No, I didn't, Jim.
Oh.
Anyway, so I go down.
No, I didn't, Jim. It's all disgusted with you, Jimmy.
So anyways, I go down there. I got Boston Strangler from Whackbag, on the phone, telling me when they're going live and whatnot. So I'm walking around. I see BB. He's doing a live shot. I'm like, I'll let this one go. There'll be plenty of others coming along. So BB finishes up. I walk up to BB. I'm like, hey, can I get a picture? Being all nice with them. Get a picture with them. I'm walking away trying to plan my strike. And he goes, oh, come on in. So I go in the restaurant. I'm talking like the whole news crew, meeting everyone. And he pulls out like this roster. It shows every single thing they're going to do on the newscast, like when they're going to go live here, they're going to go live there, like, exact times and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at him like, dude, you're just telling me when to strike. Meanwhile, I have a huge sign that says cunt wrapped around my torso underneath my sweatshirt. Oh, sorry, C-word alert, whatever.
That's okay.
So I walk around, I'm hanging around for like an hour and a half. And finally, they go live. Strangler tells me like, all right, they're going live to VB. He's staying by a fire truck, two firemen doing some uninteresting story. He yells, go, go, go. So I whip out the sign, throw it right in front, and I say, Opie and Anthony.
What?
Get back, drop it, and I just walk away.
Are we back on?
So what happened next?
Well, as I'm walking away, I see two angry men kind of looking at me, walking in my direction. So I start taking off, thinking,
What?
All right. So I take off in the woods. I got like 3 or 4 guys chasing me down the street. Whatever. I run. I'm only 20 years older, in their mid-30s. They can't catch up with me. You think you're fucking funny? Whatever. I outrun them, hide in some bushes. They drive around in cars looking for me. So I get up.
Well, no shit.
Exactly. That's what I said. So I get back to my car.
Well, any fucking time, sweetheart.
Well, we're waiting.
Yeah, no problem. So I hop in my car, I get on the highway. And this guy's following me from Sandwich all the way up to Plymouth. The guy's following me going 50 miles per hour on the fast lane,
50?
staying next to me.
Glad he got the speed in there because I was curious as to how fast he was.
I thought
really
it was at least 57.
Well, when you're going 50 in the fast lane on the highway,
Right.
that's, ridiculously slow.
Yeah.
2 or 3 lane road?
Yeah, good question, Jim.
Yes, Jim, let's discuss this further. How far should we go?
All right, bro, you're really... This is
This
could be the worst call
painful.
ever. We would have hung up like 10 minutes ago.
So painful that we had to keep listening.
Yeah, I know it's horrendous. I won't remember it. That's the best part.
All right, so you got away.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, I got a huge cunt sign on TV. There you go.
All right, thanks.
No problem.
All right.
Well, thanks for nothing.
I'll get back to drinking. Thanks.
Wow.
There he goes.
What an awful caller. That is just horrid.
He's one of our biggest fans, too.
He's a big fan. Well, and how could you not appreciate the fact that he goes and does something like that to get recognition for the show and everything? But there are some people that just don't have it as far as the phone goes.
I don't know. I think that kid's got some pizzazz.
And you needed to get the Opie and Anthony on TV.
Been drinking.
That's the key. All right.
This guy is like extra strength Ambien. And you guys hate me. At least I could explain my assault in a coherent way.
Who was that?
T-Bones from Boston.
Okay.
Fast Freddy, break his phone. Everyone is just bashing that guy's call.
That was Jimmy, right?
Horrible.
I think it was Jimmy.
Well, who I like a lot. He's just a psycho.
All right. Why don't we take a break, Anthony, and wake up? Oh, my God. Is there something really exciting that we can play here to wake everyone up, hopefully, going into break?
I want to hear the Gray song again, but I missed
The Grey Wolf song?
Yeah.
How cool is that?
You just played it, right?
Yeah, we played that going into the last break.
We played it again?
The homeless guy that just was riffing and sang a song, and then Drew Boogie, put it to music. It's amazing. We already did. No, we already played that. We can't play that again. Just play something else, Derek, and we'll continue with the Opie and Anthony program.
Cash up, niggas. All my niggas in the P now, right now. Bubby, Hoggy, Bubby, shoot. We doing it out here, niggas. We about to take all the millions. You hear me?
All I got to say to XM satellite is
suck my dick, cause they ain't give me no money.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
XM radio, cash up, all day, everything.
Get that bitch, nigga. Stop pushing me. Fuck you, bitch.
We're back with the Opie and Anthony program, the O&A virus spreading across America. Thank you, XM Satellite Radio. Thank you. We're trying to get Bob Kelly on the phone.
Yeah.
But he's not answering his phone. It went right to voicemail. We finally got the audio of him breaking his knee.
Yeah, I was listening in the office. Ouch.
And I guess Dane Cook was on Jimmy Kimmel discussing the whole thing.
No, he kind of. I guess they got into that, but he also played a clip of him, Dane, taking a spill off his scooter.
Okay.
He was having a scooter race, and he fell off and cracked a couple of his ribs.
Like 2 or 3 ribs, I think, huh?
Sounds like it was quite the tour.
And
the tour for these guys.
Yeah, they went on tour. What was it called? Tourgasm. And Dane Cook, a fine comedian, he was taping the whole thing for a future DVD, and he breaks 3 ribs. And Bob Kelly breaks his knee.
It's great. He's actually racing Bob on these little scooters. And Bob was winning. So Dane tries to use his foot to, like, push yourself like you would on a scooter. They're motorized scooters. But he's trying to push himself to get a little more. And he gets a little closer to Bob's scooter. And then Bob tries to do the same thing. So he pushes himself with his foot. Bob's foot hits Dane's front wheel of the scooter and sends him in an endo. And he just goes sprawled out on the pavement. Right on his left side.
Right. So I want to thank Dane Cook. He gave us a little mention on Jimmy Kimmel, so that was very cool. Very cool. It's funny, I'm looking into the office, which is, 30 feet, 40 feet away. Big, huge glass office that we prepare the show in the morning.
Yeah.
And Ben is looking at Danny. Danny's looking at the TV. They're kind of looking at the latest assault on the media. And Danny just kind of has his hands up in the air. He's itching his head like, oh, God, I was so close.
It wasn't.
I was so close to getting the job done. He looks very bothered.
As he should.
They're
almost had it.
They're kind of studying the game film. Ben's like, well, see what you did wrong here. He's like John Madden in there. What you needed to do, you see where the reporter is?
Oh, Nathaniel's making his way in.
Hey, wait, is the Buffalo Bills of interns coming in?
And Nathaniel's now he's walking into the office to give his advice and his 2 cents. And now Danny's giving him the finger. Now they're fighting. They're punching each other. No.
Yeah, there was. I don't think this assault is going to make any of the papers.
No.
Yeah, this isn't going to be a big one.
No.
No, this will get about 10 hits on OpieandAnthony.com later today.
Oh.
Oh, no one's filming Danny giving the finger. His thumb might make it onto the camera.
I want to get Danny in here now that he's seen the tape. But Ben's like, you have to shuck and jive. I just could see what Ben is saying. By his movements, it's like, dude, you got to move over.
You can never tell. Ben can be saying anything. Like, dude, when they put a tattoo on, you just got to stand still.
Danny, what happened, Danny?
Oh.
Now that you've seen the tape, Danny.
No, I didn't see it yet. They're still queuing it up.
Oh, it looked like you guys were looking at the big screen in there.
Yeah, they're queuing it up because I didn't see it yet.
Oh, okay.
Danny, what happened? Now we're armchair quarterbacks over here. Obviously, we're not in the trenches as it's happening. We're watching on TV, but we're looking, thinking it probably could have gone better.
Probably if it wasn't for that chubby newfie that grabbed the sign and tried to force it out of my hand.
Yeah, but like she shouldn't even have that opportunity. While you make your first strike. The first strike is the most important.
Oh, well, yeah. No, I agree, and that's why I tried to just get the sign directly in front of the camera. Like, in front of everybody, I just tried to shove it in there, and the camera guy immediately saw it and tried to pan away.
The camera guy was really good.
Yep.
He moved fast.
He moved out of the way.
Real fast.
So, she tried grabbing it. I knew that I couldn't get back to that side because she'd be sitting there waiting for me. So I tried to make my way around, and I tried to drape the sign over their sign. But I guess by that point, because I didn't even know what they were on at that point, so because there was a few people in front of it, and there was a sign, so I didn't even know where the camera was focused, and I figured they got to be looking at that sign, so I just tried draping it over. Go ahead.
Jimmy, you ass. It's a good visual, but we're doing radio.
I gotta go. See you guys.
Moving day.
Yeah, I gotta be there by 9, so.
All right, Jimmy.
All right, give us a call on the cell phone, though.
Let us know how it's going.
Ooh, all right.
Let us know if they're annoying you.
Yeah.
Or if they're breaking anything.
Right, there's 4 sitting.
Look at that. Look at that now, the live shot.
Look at that perfect opportunity for assault on the media.
You could have run right behind the sign of his face.
That would have been huge.
Oh, boy.
Oh, well. All right.
Oh, boy. Now it's too late.
All right, boys.
All right. Good luck, Jimmy.
Thanks,
yeah, I
give
was
us a call,
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Thinking, maybe you gotta. I think you gotta get in there, right in front of everything, maybe.
Well, I tried. I mean, there was people that kind of in my way, so without actually physically touching anybody, it would have been a little difficult to do.
It's a crowd of people, though. You kind of just muscle your way in there.
Well, I still didn't see the tape yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, go look at the tape.
How awful it was.
Look at the tape and then come back in and tell us what you think went wrong.
I will do that.
All right. They have it queued up in the office.
Yeah,
all right. We got Eric queuing up the audio from Jimmy Kimmel. Dane Cook talking about his scooter accident. Also, we have the Bob Kelly stuff we could go to? Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do that first. We can't get Bob Kelly on the air. Maybe we'll just give the audience a little piece of the tape, Anthony, and then we'll do this the right way with Bob Kelly in studio.
Yeah. And then, of course, I did see Pat from Moonachie outside.
Yeah, we're going to do some news with Pat from Moonachie and find out what's going on with the hot dog eating contest.
Hot dog eating contest.
Lots going on as far as this radio show goes.
Yeah.
All right, so Bob Kelly, by now, we've talked about this a lot, unless you're a brand new listener. He helps out the show from time to time, a good friend of Jim Norton. And he was on tour with Dane Cook with this tourgasm thing, and they were doing a little touch football, Anthony.
Touch football.
And he went up in the air to get to catch a pass, and he came down wrong on somebody, or somebody landed on him. I forgot the exact details. And he pretty much just destroyed his knee.
His knee popped out. I guess what he said was what holds your knee where it's supposed to be, all just ripped.
Right.
And his knee went sliding around to the side of his leg.
And he still hasn't gotten it fixed, by the way. He's limping around and he's doing comedy again. Oh, Danny's back in.
He said he was going to a doctor.
Danny's back in.
Well, I've seen it.
All right, Danny has seen his latest attempt at the assault on the media, yes.
I gotta give props to that camera guy.
He was really good.
That was really good. The second that sign was in the frame, he immediately pulled away and then got so tight on just nothing.
Yeah.
It was so impossible.
No, the cameraman was... He was prepared.
He's on to the assault.
I think he was on to the assault and went, oh, no, it's us today. It's us.
They must be telling them what to do, like the camera guy. If you see anything, get off of it and then get in tight.
Yeah, I don't really blame Danny because, the sign is making its way into frame fast, and the camera guy was just slightly quicker.
Yeah, I got to defend myself on that one. That guy was good. Okay. And then what they did is they faded it in, to where they have, it's like cropped. And they have another screen kind of next to it, so that just made the shot even smaller.
Yeah.
Man, tough.
Yeah, it was a tough one. But I think this shows that we're going to need to be a little more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously still no touching or anything like that, but you got to get in there. Get right in there. Oh, look, they're giving him a fond farewell. What's this guy's name?
Jim Ryan.
Jim Ryan from Fox, Good Day New York. Been
guess,
there forever.
Yeah, I guess he's, I don't know, I think he's got to be up in his upper 60s, right?
He looks the same as he did when he started, though, doesn't he?
Right.
So he's had the white hair.
And this is his last day on the air, and I was telling Anthony, God, you never want to do this show.
No.
He's just sitting there, and they're bringing back all his old colleagues, and
they're shaking hands with him.
And they're showing tape of him when he was the young go-getter reporter.
Oh.
And now he's just that guy that, he's got his big day on TV, and then tomorrow all his tapes will be in the dumpster out back.
Oh, out back.
As the new reporter starts, getting his office together.
You could keep your office for a couple of weeks, maybe, show the new guy coming in, give him some of your experience. It's very valuable. And then that's it.
That is it.
He's gone. All of his big reports and all of his huge stories he did over the years on those VHS tapes are in the dumpster in the back. As he walks out to his car, he looks and sees him bringing just all his stuff and throwing it away. You're retired.
This is what it comes down to. Some confetti, a big ridiculous cake with your picture on it.
The vacuum's running at home and his wife is laying on the floor with her
one shoe off. Now they bring out his family to take part in the celebration.
That his daughter?
Yeah, he has like a 7-year-old.
A 7-year-old daughter?
I was reading about him over the weekend. He has like a 7-year-old, and he's like 60, I don't know, 68, something like that, I think. He's up there. This is what it comes down to, though. Your colleagues clapping, confetti being thrown in the air, and they slice a cake for you. And then tomorrow it's like, Jim who? What?
Now what?
What happened? Who?
Move along, people. Nothing to see here.
Well, good luck to Jim Ryan.
It's a real send-off.
They didn't get him to cry, though. He looks a little teary-eyed.
A little misty.
And that's it. Then there's a commercial for Breyers.
All that emotion, and then Breyers yogurt.
Breyers yogurt. Show him what's really important. Look, we'd like to show him on camera a little longer because he is starting to cry, but hey, we got a Breyers commercial to get
Breyers
to.
paid for this, and,
and a stupid commercial for the Black Honeymooners. My God.
Does this just look awful?
It's going to be another bomb.
They got him doing some Ralph Cramden lines, and they play so well coming out of him.
Could we get this commercial for the Black Honeymooners? This is the first time I'm seeing the actual commercial for the Black Honeymooners.
They might as well have just called it something else and made the character's name something different because it has nothing to do with the Honeymooners. He's a bus driver. I guess all their names are the same, Ralph Cramden and stuff, Ed Norton. But the way they interact with each other and, black people just act different than white people. White people act different than black people. We don't have the same language. There's different language things going on. Different ways of celebrating and dancing and expressions. So how are you going to take that and incorporate it into a 1950s white bus driver guy?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work.
No, there's shows they should just not remake, and movies they should just not remake.
No.
I mean, the biggest example, obviously, The In-Laws with Michael Douglas was just a disaster, and the original was a great movie. I'm hearing The Longest Yard is a piece of crap.
That looked like garbage right when I saw they were doing it.
And the original was such a great movie.
Yeah, it was fun.
And
for the time,
they're gonna make it more politically correct and stuff, and supposedly Burt Reynolds actually suits up and plays football.
Are you kidding?
He's 68 years old, thinking he can still play, so he's got the old 22 on.
Oh.
And he goes out there for, a play or something?
Yep.
Oh, it just looks like a disaster. And now the Black Honeymooners. What are you doing?
That just, I don't see it. Sorry. I wouldn't see it either if you cast a white cast into black characters. That'd be ridiculous. Not only would I not see it, but you'd see some kind of outrage that they weren't being cast as black guys. But, yeah, just call it something else. Make it a Black Buddy movie.
Oh, they're back to Jim Ryan for the final farewell.
The final farewell.
This
Can
is
we
it.
get some?
On teleprompter.
This is what it comes
not
down
that you
to.
ever needed it.
Nervous
Anchorman
laughter.
humor.
You're in trouble.
I'm going to admit, I was a little nervous before this today because I almost feel unworthy because you are. It's an overused word, but you are a legend in broadcasting, and I watched you for a long time before I ever came to work with you.
Oh, he's getting
And
teary-eyed now.
I'm sort of jealous of the people who worked with you for so many years
This
because
is
I
what
only
your
got to
career
work with
comes
you
down
for
to.
about
This is
7.5 months.
A cake with your picture
And I
on
wish
it.
I could have known you longer because in a business where people aren't always necessarily that welcoming
You
to
wanna
new
know me
people
longer,
because
just
everybody's
blink.
got their egos and whatever. It's human nature. You've been terrific to me. You really rolled out the welcome mat and you helped me so much. And I'm really
She's his
going to
replacement,
miss you. I
basically.
hope we stay in touch, and I want to thank you so much for everything. You've been
Well, thank you.
terrific.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, a little hug.
Thanks,
This is what your career comes down to after many, many years being on TV.
Fight over the chance to work with Jim Ryan. All right, now you're in the hot seat, my friend.
On a cheap
All right, here he goes. His final words. No one will care after today.
This little, as I said before, this little bold venture in early morning television began almost 17 years ago. And it was begun by a fellow named Peter Brennan, who was our founding producer, who is now the producer of A Current Affair. And it was Peter Brennan's leadership to begin with that was absolutely terrific. His place his very big shoes were filled by another man named J.B. Blunk, who did a great deal to improve this program, took it over, looked it over from top to bottom, and changed a whole bunch of things. And he was followed by Gail Yankosek, who was our producer for the longest time. Nice. Terrific lady. And it was under Gail's leadership that this little country store, this little tiny program, went from just a dot
Jim,
on the
just
horizon
turn and walk away.
to the most watched program in the mornings in New York, bar
Just walk
none.
away, Jim.
So it was under her leadership that this program made its bones, if you will. And thanks also to Dave Schenfeld, who was our producer just until a few days ago. He also was terrific. Having started here as a kid out of college and coming back as our executive producer, he did a fine job too.
We got it. Thanks, Derek.
I don't want to mention any more names because if I mention some and don't mention others, there are so many people, I'd leave out somebody I know. So I just want to thank everybody for all their help over the 17 years that we've been doing this show. And for the last time, have a good day, New York.
There's one more name we have to mention. Andy Cooney, Irish tenor.
Andy!
Oh. And they just cut him off.
They cut him off.
That's it.
Oh, one more name. Andy. Cut. Click.
And that's the last thing
Cut off.
he'll say on New York TV. There you have it.
Over, Johnny.
Because they had to fit the commercials in.
Yep. What a bunch of phonies.
Ugh.
We really care. Quick, spots.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. B from Cincinnati. Could you all give Ricky a surprise send-off just like the one you just described for Jim Ryan?
And then cut him off. What is that kid going to do?
Big Duties from Jersey. That means you're fucking old. The movie made $70 million this weekend. What movie? Which one?
Star Wars made $70 million.
Yeah, not
this weekend.
The Longest Yard didn't make $70 million.
Shut up!
Jesus.
Assheads.
God, now I gotta look that up.
Look it up.
What's up, Steve?
No, you're asking about the. I think Longest Yard did make $70 million this weekend. No, I'm serious.
No way.
Because Star Wars blew everything away by making like 100 or something like that. Because it's up to $500 million internationally.
Oh boy, do I look like an idiot today. Today, always. Here it is, Anthony. Box office returns for the weekend. You ready for this?
Oh, no.
Revenge of the Sith made another $71 million over the weekend. I got it, bro. Madagascar, $61 million. The Longest Yard, $60 million.
60, not 70.
60.
Guys, it's 70, and I knew Star Wars made 70, and it was in first place.
Whoops. Well, there you go. It's a huge hit.
60. Are you kidding me?
Did anyone see it, though? Is it a good movie? Go to Rotten Tomatoes.
Steve saw it.
You saw The Longest Yard?
Yeah.
And what do you think?
Well, I don't really have a point of reference. I
You never saw the original?
I think I might have caught a few minutes of it on PIX when they were airing it on Sunday afternoons, but I don't really have a point of reference. So with that said, it's cute. I mean, I wouldn't see it again, but I mean, the Burt Reynolds thing is totally unbelievable. He's
shouldn't
feeble.
have even been in the movie.
His facelift looks horrible. He's not.
Some massive work done.
70-year-old men don't suit up and play full contact football. That's unbelievable as hell.
Is he like 70? 68?
68, yeah.
68 years old? All right.
So I mean, but it's
But he suits up for a play or something?
Yeah, he suits up for one play. It's an Adam Sandler produced movie, and they stick some Sandler-isms in there, and that's a little forced. Like, those awkward
Sandler's
characters.
barely in the movie?
What? No. Like those weird characters. I'm sorry, Sandler's in the movie, but they stick in those awkward appearances by like Rob Schneider at one point.
Say you can do it?
Yeah.
Well, Rob Schneider has to be in every Adam Sandler movie for some reason.
You can do it.
All right, here it is, Anthony. This is the only place I go for movie reviews. It's Rotten Tomatoes. RottenTomatoes.com is great because what they do is they take all the reviews from all over the country in all the big papers, and then they throw them together and give it a percentage.
Nice.
A fresh tomato is what? 60%. So 60% of the reviews have to be good for this site to call it a fresh tomato, meaning it's a movie worth seeing. And then and then they go from there. And basically, they're giving The Longest Yard a rotten reading. 32% positive reviews. That means 68% of all reviewers hate this movie. If only the ethnic reassigned Burt Reynolds had stayed naked on that bare rug. Plagued with product placement. Sandler is trying to outrun his clownish boy man past, but since everything about Yard is transparently fake, it loses him career yardage. The Longest Yarn.
I like the football analogy they put in him.
The Longest Yarn, a terrible remake of a great dramedy, sets a record of some sort for meaningless celebrity cameos. When Adam Sandler isn't interesting enough to hold your attention in an Adam Sandler movie, something is certainly amiss. Easy formula stuff fine-tuned with surefire gags. Just remember, kids, as fun as it all seems, fast food, soda, candy, binge drinking, reckless driving, steroids, dirty ball, and, well, yes, Adam Sandler movies are bad for you. Wow, they're killing this. If you like Adam Sandler, goofy comedy, and football, I suggest seeing The Waterboy instead. Watching this remake of the 1974 classic is like watching a high school production of your favorite musical. Oof.
Ow.
Hollywood has once again demonstrated its lack of originality, as if we need further proof, by serving up another lackluster remake of a sparkling original. It just goes on and on. A misguided, miscast remake of the 1974 Robert Aldrich classic.
You know what was really good, Adam Sandler movie? Spanglish.
You're kidding.
Of course
I'm kidding.
God,
you scared the shit out of me. I almost rented that on demand because I was bored.
What?
I almost did because I needed a movie to watch.
I would pick any other movie on except for that. There are certain movies I see advertisements come on, and I go, there is no way I'm ever going to see that. I will never see that movie. And I never see them. That's it.
All right, it goes on and on. So Rotten Tomato just killing this movie.
I did end up watching Father of the Bride. Oh, faggot!
You saw Father of the Bride?
I know, and that was one of those movies I said.
You know, I gotta admit, I saw part of that just because HBO is showing that around the clock pretty much.
Yeah.
Every time you go to HBO, it's Father of the Bride or stupid Sex and the City. That's all they have these days.
I was in the hotel and slept with the TV on. Wake up, it's on, and you're kind of like too lazy and tired to even grab the remote. So I'm watching it, and, Steve Martin. Mildly entertaining, but what a sappy, oh God, shut up. Ugh, chick flick.
All right, let's go to Ricky in Florida. Ricky, what's up?
Hey, man, what's going on?
So you saw The Longest Yard?
It was the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
What was wrong with it?
It got totally Sandlerized. Like, there was, funny jokes in there, and then it got really serious for a couple moments with Chris Rock, and then it got funny again.
Hold on. Can I interrupt you for a second? Huge erection from Long Island. Yes, I did say The Longest Yarn. That's exactly how the review read, you ass.
Somebody's giving you crap?
Yes, I did say The Longest Yarn. Go to RottenTomatoes.com and see it for yourself. I read it correctly. All right, go ahead, Ricky.
Yeah, the movie, it's like, It starts out pretty much with Sandler just doing like all his like funny jokes and shit in the beginning with like Courtney Cox. But like as the movie gets going along with the prison guards and stuff, like the only funny part I thought about it was the wrestlers that were in it, like Steve Austin and Kevin Nash and Goldberg. Other than that, all the Sandler's jokes and stuff were just like really cheesy, and like you pretty much watch The Waterboy and you get everything that you would have.
How many more movies is he allowed to make in Hollywood before people realize that he's over? And I know a big part of our audience are huge Adam Sandler fans, but I mean, he's had a ton of bombs now. Did you see that mess with Drew Barrymore? Where she can't remember anything? She has a short-term memory problem or long-term memory problem?
First dates.
It was awful.
Yeah, that was
And then
really
you got
bad.
Spanglish. Now you got The Longest Yard.
Spanglish.
And then there were, I believe there was a couple more in there that just were awful.
He's, you know what it is? He's getting too old for those little cutesy roles, and he's trying, I think with that Spanglish thing, trying to branch out into, regular acting. And it didn't work, it's not working, so. But he's still getting huge amounts of money per movie.
Right. All right, Ricky, so you hated it, huh?
Yeah, I pretty much hated it.
Well, you know what? But
I hope he never does another remake ever again.
well, there's a bunch of dummies out there that thought it was worth seeing. $60 million at the box office over the weekend.
Jesus.
And in fourth place, right behind The Longest Yard, Monster-in-Law.
And what's sad is it'll come to rental in about 3 months.
Well, I mean, I guess I would take a peek if it was on HBO or something.
Monster-in-Law?
Monster-in-Law made $11.1 million.
I don't want to see anything with any of these friggin' actors or actresses in it like Jane Fonda. I don't want to see a movie with Dustin Hoffman in it. Like the Fockers with what's-her-face there, Barbra Streisand. I don't want to see these are movies that ancient people go to and laugh because they don't know that it's not funny. That's what it is. Don't want to see it.
All right.
Monster-in-Law.
And then kicking
J-Lo and Jane Fonda. Stop it. I will find the remote if that's on and I woke up and it's on TV.
And then Kicking and Screaming.
Television.
Kicking and Screaming made $6.6 million over the weekend.
Which one's that?
With Will Ferrell, which is pretty much another bomb for him.
Yeah.
Anchorman was a strange movie. It had its moments, but a really weird, movie. And now he's got this Kicking and Screaming. Have you seen the preview for
Bewitched?
Bewitched? Oh my God, does that look awful?
It doesn't even look awful. It just like I could care less. I'll watch an episode of Bewitched.
Love story.
Is it like a love story?
Well, the problem with that movie is he's like an actor playing Darren, and they're trying to cast. Or they're trying to cast a new Darren. It's awful.
Wait.
So they're taking you out of the whole concept that it was an actual, husband and wife.
It's not just the remake.
But here's the spin. She actually is.
Oh, I get it. So she's
a
gonna
witch
be playing Samantha,
or something like that.
And she's a real.
It just looks awful.
But Major Nelson.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I saw, but she.
And then a movie like Crash. I heard Crash was a pretty cool movie. That made $6 million over the weekend. All right, well, whatever. There you have it. Let's go to Guy in Oklahoma.
Try sitting through Punch Drunk Love with Adam Sandler and not wanting to stab your eyes out with knives. Worst movie ever.
I'm on the phone with my boss. Let me
G-Man.
play back.
And that is the absolute truth. I saw that one and I was like, what? What?
What was Punch Drunk Love about? So that's
I don't know.
That was like the fourth movie in a row that was a bomb for him.
I honestly couldn't even tell you what it was about.
Let's go to Guy in Oklahoma.
Guy, turn down your XM and start talking.
Hey, what's up, O&A?
Hey, man.
Hey, the only way to make this movie any worse is to put Voss in there, let people smell behind his ear, and put Norton in there, and let him run the ball at the last.
So I guess you're trying to say that it was a really bad movie and a waste of your hard-earned money.
Oh, man, you could follow the movie step by step. It was ridiculous.
Right, okay.
And it was a big joke watching Burt Reynolds at the last. I mean, this guy has no business being in movies anymore. He totally sucks.
All right, thank you, bro. He's in a lot.
What other movie is he going to pop up in now? Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard.
He's playing Boss Hogg, which is why cast this guy in anything? You could think of other people to cast as Boss Hogg.
Dukes of Hazzard, the movie, is going to be just another disaster.
You think so?
Jessica Simpson's going to look great.
She looked
with
really
her little
hot
short shorts.
I don't know.
She's going to look awesome, but the movie's going to stink.
The show stunk. Why should the movie be any different? But at least make the casting fun. Burt Reynolds, you can't even... Like, he was good in Boogie Nights. Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, he had
That was really good in Boogie Nights because he was playing like a real sleaze, scumbag kind of guy.
There's a lot of people calling us out on this stuff going, hey, man, 50 First Dates made a ton of money. That's great, but it was an awful movie.
Yeah, it was.
If you can't, acknowledge that, you're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of dopes out there, a lot of sheep that'll just go, I saw the commercials for The Longest Yard. Let's go see The Longest Yard.
Yeah.
When I saw the previews, I said, skip. No way am I going to go see that piece of crap. I don't care if Chris Rock's in it. I don't care if Adam Sandler's in it. I don't care if the wrestlers are in it.
Am I being too bitter today?
Bob in North Carolina, why?
Dan.
You guys are great, man.
Hey, what's up?
I just wanted to let you know I was like Anthony, and I had nothing to watch yesterday, and I did rent Spanglish with my wife, and that movie was good. It didn't feel like an Adam Sandler movie, thankfully.
Did you see Spanglish?
The girl that's in it is hot.
I would never, ever sit through that.
Just making sure.
It's a chick flick.
I'm just making sure.
The girl that's in it is super hot.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that the girl in it is just really hot.
Yeah, but that's what the Internet's for.
Punching out. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's what Mr. Skin's all about. So you don't have to sit through the actual movie to see the piece of ass. Has review on Monster-in-Law. John on Long Island. Go ahead, John.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
What's up, funny face?
Jimmy's moving. He's going to call into the program in a few minutes here. Go ahead, John.
I'm looking for him. Obviously I'm going to catch hell for this. To see episode 3, I had to take my wife to see Monster-in-Law. Oh, I've never wanted to choke myself just so I would pass out during the movie.
That bad?
Yeah, predictable. Just Jane Fonda was way over the top, and she looks like this.
See? That's what
really
all
weird
those movies are about. They're all predictable. The jokes are such formula. You know the punchline kind of joke.
Right.
And then you get, like, Jane Fonda doing her older person acting, like from years ago, where it was good acting like in the 60s, but now it just comes across as over the top. It's horrible to watch. Dan says I'm bitter? Hey, Dan.
Hey, what's going on, Owen?
Hi, Dan.
Anthony, what movie do you like recently? You haven't said a good thing about anything.
I liked episode 3.
Even episode 3, you were like, it was okay.
No,
I liked it.
I thought they needed more Darth Vader.
Well,
I mean, they wrap up everything nice the last 5 minutes of the movie. It would have been nice if they did the transition a little earlier in the film, so you got a little more Darth.
I liked Saw, but if Morgan Freeman wasn't in it, I think it would have been a better movie. Was he the one that was in it? Morgan Freeman was in Saw, or the other black guy? Danny Glover. The other guy that can't get a cab. I thought Saw was a cool movie.
What, Dan?
I'm just trying to make sure that the divorce hasn't made Anthony bitter, because it seems like recently he's complaining.
Anthony got divorced I think 3 or 4 years ago now.
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
What? You know what, though? I'm with Anthony. Star Wars was great. I really enjoyed that movie. But besides that, I haven't seen a good movie in a long time. I'm
really trying to think.
I walk by my movie theater all the time. I want to go see a flick so bad. We had a bunch of days off in a row, and I was kind of bored. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go. There's nothing to watch. I want to go see that Layer Cake or whatever. That looks pretty good, and it's getting great reviews, even though Francine didn't like the movie.
Francine didn't like Layer Cake.
And Crash is supposedly is a pretty good movie. But besides that, I don't want to go see The Longest Yard or any of this other crap that's out. Monster-in-Law, kicking and screaming, please.
I like movies that aren't the big movies that come out, because those are usually the ones that appeal to the mass audience of just jackasses, and they're so
the mass holes.
Yeah, mass holes. And I'm sorry, I don't find him funny. I don't find him interesting. I like movies like you go around the video store and pick up something like Boondock Saints. You ever see that one?
Good. Yeah.
It's a good friggin' movie right there. Things like that. You know?
The Cooler. That was a fun little flick. That was a few months back, or probably about a half a year now. Kevin from Brooklyn.
Yeah, Opie, I really can't trust you as a movie critic, because I wasted 2 hours of my life this weekend watching the swimming pool.
All right, listen to me. If it says on the screen, wasted 2 hours watching swimming pool, you have to be a fag.
No, I'm not a fag, dude. Trust me. There was one scene which...
Wait, Kevin. Because obviously you heard Anthony and I talking about swimming pool. What did we say about the movie Swimming Pool? I'm going to challenge you now.
That it was hot. That you could jack to it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dude, she was giving head to one guy for 2 seconds. That's all I saw.
Dude, stop
Holy
it. She's naked.
crap. She's naked through a lot of the movie.
That sex scene, she gets up and straddles
She
the
has
guy.
at least 4 or 5 nude scenes that are unbelievable.
Great tit shots.
Wait.
Kevin, I can barely tell you what the movie was about. I told Anthony about this film. I'm like, Anthony, you got to see Swimming Pool because this girl, she's like 19 in it. She's got a perfect body and she's just loose with her sexuality.
Right.
She doesn't get banged in this thing. You said it was hotter than that movie with Selma Blair where she was saying, "Fuck me harder, nigga." Remember that one?
Yeah.
Well, that scene was pretty hot, but
It was amazingly hot.
the girl in Swimming Pool, I don't know. It was amazing. I don't know if the movie was good.
The movie was too weird, and it's too much of that old bag in it.
And it didn't help that the old bag got naked near the end of the movie. I'll give you that much.
Gardner, it was horrible.
And they're like, well, she has the body of a 28-year-old. No, she doesn't.
We didn't say it was a good movie. We said
Sorry,
it's
dude,
a
didn't
hot.
Do it for me.
All right.
Didn't do it for me at all. Punch it out.
All right.
You
That's
must
too
be
bad.
a faggot. You must be a fat. Look at the picture. Stop it.
How do you not look at that picture and go,
my God,
oh, my
we're
God.
on MrSkin.com right now looking at this, and just stop it. Look at the cans on her.
She has a perfect body.
That guy was a homo that just called.
He had
You're
to
a
be.
homo.
You're a mo. You don't like hot 19-year-olds naked. You're a fag. Look at this picture. I know this is radio, but God damn.
And these are pictures, not quick flash scenes in the movie. These are scenes.
Remember when I called you and turned you on to Swimming Pool? I'm like, dude, I've seen a flick you gotta see.
Yeah, well, first you did that, and then I found it on cable, so I call up Opie.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, Swimming Pool's on. Should I watch it? Oh, no, you gotta watch it.
And then I'm like, call me back when she's naked for the first time.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Stop.
this girl is just ridiculous.
Stop.
Ridiculous.
Guy's out of his mind.
Let's go to Jeff in India. Oh, we lost Jeff. All right. Underrated movie, Things to Do in Denver. What is it?
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
What was that one about
That was
again?
a good one. Things to Do in Denver when you're dead.
Tom in West Virginia.
Yeah, man, Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead is a great movie that a lot of these idiots don't go out or never saw or never rent, and it's excellent.
Yeah, that was a good one.
What was that movie about?
Andy Garcia was in it, Treat Williams, so it was kind of a spoof on
One
a
of those gang with
mafia guy
pulling a
type thing.
caper.
Yeah,
kind
it was
of
pretty good.
movies.
All right, I'm going to search that one out. Because I'm so sick of the crap they're throwing in these theaters lately.
Hotel
Yeah.
Rwanda was pretty good. I thought
Yeah.
there could have been. I actually thought they kind of tamed down the violence a little bit. I thought it could have been a little more graphic as far as the machete hackings and stuff went. But that was a pretty good movie. Don Cheadle's a really good actor.
All right.
So I like that, and that's a recent movie. I like Downfall. Downfall, the Hitler bunker movie.
Oh, that's
Made
right.
in
You talked about
Germany
that.
Recently. That one I liked. I like that very much.
How about
I'm not all
Madagascar?
negative. Madagascar. It looks like a funny animated movie.
I like the animated movies. Let's go to Mike in New York. Mike, what's up?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey.
Hey, the worst movie of all time is fucking House of Wax.
You saw that?
With Paris Hilton. You there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just Paris Hilton's like, yeah,
I'm
whatever.
kinda thinking.
She got engaged over the weekend, and I say, who cares?
What a horrible fucking actress she is. Paris Hilton does not deserve to be in any movie.
We knew that, but it's House of Wax.
Ever.
It's not like she's in Shakespeare.
Right.
No, it was fucking horrible. With her and the that other hot chick, not Elijah Dushku, Elizabeth.
Dushku.
Okay,
I don't
well,
know her name.
well, that's
But
obvious. House of
Don't
Wax
go see
stinks.
it. It was fucking a waste of $5.
All right, thank you.
$5. Where does he live?
Let's go to Carl in Jersey.
$5 to see a movie?
Yeah, no doubt. Carl, what's up?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I just wanted to make the point that, there's always crappy movies out. Even in the days of, when Casablanca was out, there's always some shitty tap dance movie out or something, which
Carl, I agree with you, but it just seems lately, and I'm saying within the last, I'll give it the last couple of years, it seems like there's nothing but crap out. I always would be able to go to a multiplex and find something that wasn't the mass release type movie, something that got good reviews that you just know a lot of people aren't going to see. Yeah. And I just can't find those movies anymore. It's almost like Hollywood has given up. It's like, here's the formula. If we advertise a movie a lot, people will come and see it. It doesn't even really matter, if the movie's that great, if the quality's up there. You just throw a few stars at you, a couple cute scenes that look good in a preview, and people are going to go run to the theaters and see it.
Yeah.
All right. Love you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Now, people are saying, what about Willy Wonka with Johnny Depp? Now, that looks like it has potential, right?
Yeah.
It's not on the same story.
It's a little. Oh, it isn't?
No.
It's not like a remake of.
No, it's not a. Come on.
Johnny Depp's really good too. Like that guy could play anything.
Yeah.
Pretty versatile.
All right. Why don't we have Bob Kelly finally? Bobby.
Yo.
We're gonna talk to you next, okay? Could you hold? You want to call back?
Yeah, man. Whatever you want, bro.
We finally got your audio and. Oh my God! I don't know what to think of it. We'll get to it in a few minutes. You want to just stay on hold?
Yeah, sure, man.
All right, Bob Kelly. We'll get to him in a second here. We got the audio of him breaking his knee. But first, Dave on Long Island. Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, man. What's going on, fellas?
Hey.
I saw Madagascar. It was pretty funny. I think the adults in the theater were laughing more than the kids were. There was a lot of insights of like.
Yeah, they've been
Zone reference. It's pretty funny.
Well, they've been doing that for a while now with the animated movies. They make it so that, they know the parents have to drag their little brats to the movie theater, so they're like, well, might as well entertain the parents as well.
Yeah, and I think that guy didn't see the unrated version of Swimming Pool. He probably saw like the candy code one because the unrated version kicked ass.
What's different in the unrated version? Because I don't know if I saw that version.
But you get it on DVD and it's totally uncut. I don't know. I didn't see the regular because they offer a regular and an unrated version. The unrated versions are usually hotter.
Right.
But but there was definitely like 5 or 6 scenes in there where she was just going crazy.
Yeah, Swimming Pool is
like
just.
He only saw one.
It is just amazing. It just plays right into your fantasy world. I'm telling you. All right.
I'm punching out.
All right, and loved Meet the Fockers. Rich.
Yeah.
Hey,
how's it going?
Hey.
Hey, I heard Anthony was ripping on Meet the Fuckers. All y'all feel like? I thought that shit was hilarious.
See, I loved Meet the Parents, and I still haven't seen Meet the Fockers.
Oh, you got to see it. I mean, especially since they all tied all into the first movie. I mean, I was rolling the whole time I was watching. I thought that was, one of the funniest movies I've seen, because I like Meet the Parents also, so it all just kept the thing.
I loved Meet the Parents. I've seen that movie probably a dozen times at this point. All right, I'm gonna watch Meet the Fockers this week, and I'll let you know later on this week what I thought of it.
Right on.
All right. Huh? Well, that's a different movie that she was in. The chick from Swimming Pool. She's now riding some guy in another movie.
Wow.
Yeah, this is all on Mr. Skin.
Some effing going on.
Look at those cones. They're just cones.
Flapping up and down.
Just perfect cones.
Cones.
All right, I got to take a leak. We got Bob Kelly next. We got Pat from Menaki. He's going to do the news and talk about his hot dog eating contest, his big win. He was holding up the trophy outside the window for us.
Yeah, there he is.
Where is he? He's over there? All right. We'll get Pat from Menaki in next. He's always good for a laugh. And we got the Bob Kelly audio of him breaking his knee, which is just brutal to listen to.
Yep.
And I think we'll check in with old Jimmy Norton to see how his move's going, because I'm sure there's going to be some kind of problem. And
of course.
And he'll just be losing his mind.
Goes without saying there's going to be a problem.
Let's try to get Jimmy on the phone next as well, okay?
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the O&A virus.
I'd like some more free time to relate to the listeners, because I have no time in my Saturn to relate to them at all.
Oh,
I'm putzing around town trying to find whores in a family sedan. Fucking loser.
Do you lease or did you buy?
I bought it. Paid
You
off.
bought?
First time I ever owned a
It's
car.
all paid off?
Yeah, 3 years.
And what are you gonna keep it, or are you
I have
gonna
like
upgrade
30,000 on it, dude, but it's having some problems. It's running a little bit sluggish. It's kind of, I brought it into the same Saturn dealership like 30 times, and I'm still having like these weird little problems. It's like, just make it run better. My fucking engine light won't stop coming on.
It's running sluggish because it's a Saturn.
It's a 3-year-old
Who are you
Saturn.
kidding?
You're wrong. My other Saturn, I've had this one. I got 160,000 out of my other one.
Really?
Dude, this one has only not started one time. I've had great success with these cars. That's why I buy
Only
them.
not started one time. That's one time too many.
No, but it was but this is why I like Saturn. It was a battery. It was like some kind of.
What'd you do? Did you hit your OnStar and go, my car won't start, and they send somebody and fixed it?
Yeah. But my OnStar is even better than yours because it comes in my pocket and Sprint does it. So I pick it up. No, actually, it's twice didn't start. Once it actually just broke down.
Yeah.
I've really had enough of this fucking Saturn.
3 years and you already have it breaking down on you.
Yeah, this one's not as good as the other ones, man. I've had some good
I
luck
don't know,
with these
though,
cars,
dude.
but-
You beat the crap out of your cars.
Not really, dude. I got less than 30,000 on it in 3 years. I used to do 30,000 a year when I was living in Jersey.
Yeah.
90,000 by this point is what I would have on it, and it was still going good.
It's tough city miles, though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
How many brake jobs have you had?
I think only one.
One?
Yeah.
30 miles driving in the city?
Yeah.
30,000 miles,
Don't forget, sometimes I'll go out, do gigs or whatever, but most of it's...
Is your door all scratched up from tranny's fake nails hitting the side of it?
Yeah, like 2 feet down from their big mules banging into the side.
Right, yeah.
Dent in your door?
Yeah.
You got a mule dent.
Hi, Daddy. Sometimes I only crack the window so I get... this has happened, motherfuckers. I get lipstick prints on the very top of my window. So I won't open it because they'll put their thieving hands in. What could I do for you, Daddy? The big lips.
Dance. What are you doing, Daddy? Oh, lipstick marks on your window.
Yeah, because you open the window like an inch just so they can chat into it.
Like an old lady's coffee cup.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
All right. Lots still to do today. Are we trying to get Jim Norton on the phone? Jim Norton is moving. We got Bob Kelly on the phone. We have Pat from Menaki getting his news together. And he's got his hot dog eating contest trophy.
He does.
He brought that in. We'll get some pictures of that and get it up on the websites. I guess we'll start with Bob Kelly then. I don't know where Jimmy is. Robert?
Yo.
How's the knee, first of all?
It's still fucked up, but I can walk around now.
But I was talking to Jimmy this weekend. You're back on stage and doing your thing, but you still haven't fixed it.
Nah, I can't fix it yet because my whole knee... Hang on. Okay, good.
Sounds like you might have a problem there. Came out like a big clump.
It's in my cock hole. Yeah, man, it's better now. My leg, all my muscle in my quadricep was
Bob,
gone.
can I interrupt you?
Yes, sir.
You sat around all morning thinking this would be really clever if I just took a leak live on the air, didn't you?
Radio.
No, you had me on hold. I didn't know when you were coming back, and I have to piss and shit at the same time every morning.
Are you what, you're sitting down?
As soon as I have a cigarette, as soon as I take a first sip of coffee, I either have to piss or shit. Every single morning, like clockwork. My fucking bowels and my pee hole, my urinary tract work.
Are you taking a dump right now?
No, I don't take a dump yet, but I've been on the South Beach diet, so that might not happen.
The South Beach diet?
What is the South Beach diet?
Which one is that?
I always see that book in the bookstore.
It's it's all that no carb shit. I haven't had a carb in like 2 weeks, and I want to stab somebody's eye out with a fucking potato.
Is it working for you?
Well, I don't feel as bloated.
Well, see, the problem with all these diets, I mean, as soon as you lose the weight, you just go back to eating like a slob.
Yeah.
Well,
you got to change your lifestyle. That's what people don't understand. They go, I'll do the South Beach diet. It's all the rage. And then they lose their 30 pounds. And they're like, lost the weight. It'll never come back. Might as well go back to cheeseburgers and French fries and what have you. Huh?
It's all genetics.
Nah, it has something to do with willpower, just changing the way you eat. That's all.
I just want a body like you, Opie. That's all.
Slowly but surely, you just find foods you enjoy that aren't fatty. That's it.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Or you slowly but surely you go to therapy and you get out of your depression and you find out who molested you when you were a kid and you stop wanting to shovel cake down your throat to make the hole in your stomach go away.
You really are? You're still in therapy? Ugh.
What do you mean, ugh?
We all had problems growing up. Get over it.
Really?
That's what I say. I'm gonna write a book called "Get Over It" by Dr. Opie.
How many cocks did you suck?
Get over it.
All right, I'm done. You're right.
That's what the name of my new book's going to be called. Get Over It. It's going to be one page. And it's going to cost you $14.95. Because I'm a good guy. I'm not going to take too much money from you.
Get me a copy, goddammit. I'll get over it.
I just don't get that therapy thing. I just don't. My mom's been in and out of therapy her whole life, and I don't really see anything different.
Get over it. Suck it up. My new book, Suck It Up.
Right.
The follow-up to Get Over It. Walk it off, dick.
In my old relationship, the last-ditch effort was, why don't we go to couple counseling? Bye-bye. So long.
Adios.
Adios, amigos.
That means you're
so long.
Yeah, I would never do that.
When you have to go to couple counseling, it's over, Johnny.
You're never getting back to where you were.
You're going to sit there with some lady that doesn't even know you And in an hour she's going to give you advice because of what you choose to tell her? Fuck that.
You have to make rules for your arguments. That way, you're not offending each other. And like when you're in an argument, you're thinking rationally and not just yelling obscenities and trying to drudge out something somebody did to you.
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm sure I'll get the email later and the phone calls. Look, couple counseling helped us. Oh, fine, then congratulations. My whole theory is, as soon as you have to bring a therapist into your relationship, the relationship is over, completely over.
Why did I turn into your therapist about therapy?
What?
Why did I turn into your therapist?
Because I forgot that you're always doing the therapy thing. I don't get the therapy thing. I got to tell you. I don't get it. You pay some lady, because it's mostly ladies, right?
Yeah.
And you pay them to sit there and listen to your bullshit crap for an hour.
Right.
And then they're so concerned, but as soon as the hour's up, they're not concerned anymore because they got another schlep in the waiting room waiting with their problems.
I'll tell you why it's good for a guy like me, because most people I would agree with, you probably don't need therapy because you have good friends.
Hold on a minute. Someone's saying that I'm ripping off Dennis Leary, and I'll give this guy the time of day. I have no idea I'm ripping off Dennis Leary. Tim, go ahead.
Hey, how's it going? I just wanted to say that whole knock it off with whatever you were saying, punching out.
Ugh, what a fucking moron.
No, if you had something, that's cool. I swear to you, he's saying to stop hacking off Dennis Leary. What?
Really?
Dennis Leary does a bit on therapists or something?
Really? You can say that about any comedian you asshole in a conversation.
All right, well, someone else is saying, and I swear to you guys, I have no idea. A bunch of people, holy crap. Muttbone from over here. Ope's book, Get Over It, sounds a lot like Dennis Leary's book, Shut the Fuck Up. Next. Wow. You're ripping him off. Hoo-hoo. And then Sean from Connecticut. Careful, Ope. You're stealing an old Dennis Leary bit, Shut the Fuck Up, by Dr. Dennis Leary. What album was that off? Because after the first CD where he ripped off all of Bill Hicks's material, I haven't really bought a Dennis Leary CD.
Ooh.
That old argument. I swear to God, I had no idea that I was doing Dennis Leary material. It just seems very, very logical. That I think a lot of people would agree with this therapist crap.
Well,
and it is true. We all had problems growing up.
Yeah, but Opie, what I'm trying to say to you is I have no friends. None of my friends, Jim, Patrice, Keith Robinson, if I call any one of them up to say, hey, dude, I'm having a hard time, blah, they hang up on my face.
Right.
Those are the worst collection of friends.
They're the worst. So I'm paying for a friend once a week, Opie, just to listen to me. That's all. I'm paying
But you realize that person doesn't really care.
I know he doesn't care. He wants my money.
And they're only giving you advice based on what you decide to tell them. So I think if you do go to a therapist, you have to be completely honest.
I am.
And how many? Maybe you are the guy, Bob. Maybe you're the guy. But I think everyone that goes to a therapist, they're holding back stuff that is going to fuck up the advice that's coming back at you.
I don't like the little sarcasm you had when you said maybe you're the guy. I caught that little fucking
Bob,
sarcasm.
Maybe you're the guy.
Hold on,
in
Bob.
other words, he meant you're not the guy.
I don't know.
I know exactly.
Hold on.
Thank you, Anthony.
Hold on. I will defend you, Bob, because you've probably. I'm going to give you the title. I'm going to give you a title right now. I think you have been the most honest person we've ever had on this show. Even more than Jim Norton.
Oh, shit.
This guy has said stuff where I know when I'm going home and stuff, I'm like, I cannot believe he's openly talking about this stuff on the radio.
Very true.
So, although you heard sarcasm, I'm telling you, maybe you are the guy, because you are pretty damn open about what has happened to you in the past.
I am very open. And you know what? Actually, I have gone to the show and done therapy at your
All right, hold on. It was off Dennis Leary's Lock and Load album. I did not listen to that piece of crap. I'm sorry. I heard that it was an awful album, and I never listened to the Dennis Leary Lock and Load album, okay?
You talking about my CD or his?
Huh? I haven't listened to yours yet either, even though you gave it to me about 6 months ago. I'm sorry.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, continue, Bob.
Listen, man, I just pay for a friend. If you want to be my friend, Opie, I'd call you.
Oh, he just paid.
No, we really tried to be friends, and we both knew it just wasn't working.
Oh, wait a minute.
We were at a Starbucks, and he went down the friend road, and I'm like, I don't know, Bob.
I got all my friends.
I don't know. I don't know if I have room for another friend.
Opie is most
done with
Bob, you remember that day, too. It was like, why don't we exchange numbers? And I'm like, you can get a hold of me through Jim.
He had the whole conversation in his own head, though. He didn't even involve me. He did my part in his own head, and then out of nowhere, we're just sitting in there in silence, and he goes, nah, we can't be friends. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
We were all, I forgot. This happened when we were on hiatus, and I was hanging out with Norton and Bob, and I like Bob. I think he's cool and stuff. And we're sitting at Starbucks, and we went from, like, you know, that uncomfortable, don't know each other, that he's trying to, like, you know, squeeze in some personal stuff that you do when you're trying to make friends. And I'm thinking to myself, this just ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna cut my losses.
But Bob could use some friends.
So I openly just told him in Starbucks, you know, Bob, I'm just not feeling the friend thing.
Oh.
But I go, I'm sitting there, I'm eating my French fries. I go, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, no, I don't think we can be friends.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Right.
I'm like, this guy, in my head, I'm going, this guy's fucking out of his mind.
Like right away, you just get that out of the way.
Yeah,
I just said one time in my life, and this is it. And he's already decided we can't be friends. He's already had the whole fucking thing. You need therapy.
Well, I know I do, but I don't believe in it. I just told you that. I just told you my whole thing.
Well, when Bob rattles off his friends, Jim Norton and Patrice, and he needs friends. He needs real friends, not these clowns.
Yeah, at least I'm not out there trying to make girls my friend.
Why?
Nothing. Nice talking to you.
Yeah,
Norton.
great. Nothing.
Yeah, I'll listen to you if you suck my asshole. You're right, Opie. We can't be friends.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even
You're too
remember
honest.
the last friend I made. I was through making friends years ago. I have coworkers. I have acquaintances that, you know, I'll talk to things about, like gaming or the news, things like that. But as far as real friends that I would call up and say, hey, you know, what are you doing? Let's hang out. Or, you know, I can't remember the last friend I made. It's probably somewhere back in the 90s.
I would like to make a new friend.
Would you?
Yeah.
A lot goes into that. It's a big responsibility.
It sure is.
And if you realize you don't want to be friends after you've passed the friend point, now you're really fucked.
But Opie would never get there because he has that conversation in his head the first time
he puts it. See, I like that, Opie. That gets it out of the way right away. It gets it out of the way.
You have to hit me fast, man. You got to get my interest immediately.
No delusion.
I didn't know there was an audition.
It's an audition. Of course it is. And I'm sitting there and I wasn't feeling what you were saying. I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like you know putting in the effort to be your friend.
You're not worth my effort.
Anthony, he brought up the conversation.
Yeah.
This is like real. We were just fucking around, joking. Norton leaves. Then he throws some serious shit in my face to see how I'd respond. And of course, it was uncomfortable. It was like my dad talking to me about sex. And I don't even know Opie. And then he's like, you know what? We can't be friends. I'm like,
I didn't feel like putting in the effort. That's all.
Well,
you know, I kind of like that approach.
I just wanted to throw that on the table because I didn't want the awkward, like, let's exchange numbers, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Give you a call.
I actually agree with you. You were right on the money. You shouldn't be my friend. I'm a lousy human being.
No, the last friend I made was Jim Norton. Because you were just saying, you know, the last friend. And that's 5 years ago. I haven't made a new friend in 5-6 years now.
But I don't even go out like with Jimmy. I don't call Jim and go, hey, Jim, what are you doing? Let's go out. I consider him a friend in that, you know, we have things in common. I could sit and talk to him about more than just, you know, uncomfortable, you know, sit there and go, hey, how was the weather, stuff like that. So I consider him that, but he's not a friend that I call up and go out with. I don't even know who those people are in my life anymore.
I'll never see Jim Norton again. I'll never hang out with it. Now that he's moving out of my building.
Oh, that's it, right?
I'm done.
I was
off his list.
I was out with Jimmy Friday because he's now in my neighborhood.
You stole my friend, you fucking cunt.
We all went out to dinner, and Jimmy was actually kind of sad. He was like, it's sad moving out of that building because I won't be able to just go to Bob's apartment and pet his little dogs, and he was dead serious.
Yeah, he cares about my dogs. He doesn't care about me.
Hey, a lot of people want to audition to be my friend.
Oh.
Dave in Jersey, what's up?
I'd like to audition to be Opie's friend.
All right, let's hold on. I'll give you 30 seconds to impress me. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm 32 years old, married, one son. I'm very desensitized, and that means I can see anything, and it doesn't really impress me. Okay, so we could be walking down the street, some guy could be berated by knives, machine guns, whatever, and I'm like, oh, that's fascinating. Someone could jump out of a box dressed like a jester. I'd be like, all right, bored, seen that. I think I'm the type of person Opie would need in his
All right, there he goes.
Yeah, he was a little wordy.
Opie just hangs up, but didn't even give him an answer.
He was a little wordy for Opie.
Just hung up.
Let's go to Rick in Boston. Rick?
Hey, guys.
I really will take on a new friend if someone hits me between the eyes.
It's really got to
Yes.
be good, though, especially on the phone.
Yeah.
Can I have another audition? If I call my agent, can he set up another audition?
I don't know. What can you offer
What
me?
can you offer Opie as a friend?
Right. Do you have a big boat? Because I want to do some boating this summer.
See, now, something like that. Something
I
material.
do. My uncles have a place up in...
Maybe some
New
deep sea fishing?
Yeah, well, not lake fishing. How about largemouth bass and pickerel?
If you have a boat, I could be your summer friend.
Okay. Fine, we'll be
Seasonal
summer
friendship.
friends.
Yeah.
My uncles have a boat. It's not mine, but we can use it, Opie. And they have a nice house. We can, maybe, play some chess and light a fire.
I want some kind of beach house where I could just, use you for your fine location.
If you want that, can you picture a friend that maybe watching the game at a bar, knocking back a few beers, and then maybe turning and saying something, I'm having problems with the wife, or, oh, God, the boss at work, and you'll be like, oh, dude, I know, those, and that kind of exchange, that friendly exchange. Can you have that with this guy, you think?
No, not at all.
Not with Rick from Boston?
Well, let's go to Rick. Let's see what Rick has to say. Rick in Boston, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Oh.
Hey.
Hey, no.
What? Oh, boy.
You can't be friends with a guy with a bad cell phone.
Yeah, you can't be friends with a guy who has Sprint.
Yeah.
It's bad enough, like me and Opie call each other, and we can't hear each other on the phone.
All right, by the way, just to be fair here, we have the Dennis Leary bit that I guess I ripped off, and I swear I had no idea I was doing it, but whatever, here it is.
I'm just not happy. Shut the fuck up, all right? That's the name of my new book, Shut the Fuck Up by Dr. Dennis Leary. A revolutionary new form of therapy. I'm going to have my patients come in, doctor, shut the fuck up, next. I don't feel so, shut the fuck up, next. He made me feel so much better about myself, He just told me to shut the fuck up, and nobody had ever told me that before. I feel so much better now.
Well, there you have it.
I invented shut the fuck up. I tell him, Fred, back in Washington. I said, tie a bandana around your problem.
Well, I can't really defend myself on that. That's very similar to what I was just saying. And it is off an album I did enjoy. That is off No Cure for Cancer. So,
well, maybe it's
all right. Maybe it was somewhere in my brain and popped out today.
Opie.
Yeah.
I love you.
Everyone wants to be my friend. Well,
now they're all trying to be your friend.
Let's go to Ryan in Jersey. Ryan?
Hi, fellas.
Hey.
I hate Bob Kelly, by the way. I just want to throw that out there.
I hate you, too, you fucking...
You don't even know me, you cocksucker. Shut the fuck up when the big boys are talking.
Shut
up when the big boys are talking, asshole.
Anyway, I hope your first
Opie,
dies.
shut up, asshole. I'm talking. Opie.
You are talking.
Asshole, shut up, you broken leg gimp faggot. Opie. Trying to be your friend here, and this fucking asshole's talking.
I like this guy.
Good job.
I like this guy already,
He's got
man.
spunk.
I like this guy.
You're gonna like me even more. I will bring you a new dog every week to smash in the liver. Bye.
Oh, now we're talking.
Oh, Ryan from Jersey could be a friend.
Hey, Bob, he smashed you good.
What? Shut the fuck up over and over.
He smashed you
fucking
good.
Idiot.
He smashed you good.
Yeah, you're good. Good. He's your new friend, you ass.
He could be your friend.
He can come on the radio and go, shut the fuck up, you idiot.
Can we get Jim Norton on the phone? Because he was at the Starbucks that day where I made it uncomfortable for everyone. Because Bob was feeling good about himself. He went from guest on the show every once... Well, actually, you weren't even guesting on the show yet.
No.
We were just kind of like... I would just like see you outside Norton's building as you walk those stupid little rats that you own. And your hairless legs. And I used to make fun of your hairless calves. And then all of a sudden you were feeling good and started going down the friend road. And right in front of Norton, I even made Norton uncomfortable. I'm like, Bob, I got to tell you, I'm just not feeling it.
Ain't gonna work.
And he goes, feeling what? I'm like, this possible friend thing, because I know what you're getting at. And you know that Jimmy and I are friends, and you're friends with Jimmy. So usually that's how you get other friends. When you're friends with somebody and they have a friend they're friends with, and you make a group. And I'm like, I don't know, man. let's just acknowledge that this is probably not going to work.
Yeah, I had the same feeling as when a girl you just met says, I love you. The same uncomfortable feeling. Like, this guy's out of his fucking mind. I got to get out of here.
You did say that many times. You're like, dude, you are out of your fucking mind.
He is. I was just sitting there. I don't even know this guy. I had no thoughts of calling him up or being his friend or doing a latte at Starbucks on the Upper West Side. Just out of the nowhere. I'm eating a French fry. He's like, oh, it's not going to happen, Bob. I'm like, what? We're not going to be friends. I'm like, well, good for you, you fucking psycho.
By the way, I'm moving because I hate the Upper West Side. These people are just stuck up fucking assholes with their stupid dogs. There's so many dogs on the Upper West Side. And I see livers. I see lots and lots of livers.
Here's a guy that wants to be a friend. Opie, I know we have had problems before, but I want to be my friend so we can hang out. I have a $20 million Hamptons mansion. It's so big I need a friend and someone who doesn't rip me off. Hoo-hoo. I invented friends. Love you, Howie from the Hamptons.
Let's go to Jeff in Jersey. Jeff?
Yo, fuck Opie. I want to be your friend, Bob.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey.
Yeah, me and you, we can stroll down the park, go to Starbucks. I won't tell you you're an asshole.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, buddy. What about that?
No,
other
not
guy that
you.
And you're going to take care of guys like that?
He said not you, Bob.
That motherfucker.
Bastard. I think the last friend I made, because I've been thinking about this, it was Joe Curry. He was a friend of mine for many years, and we were playing paintball, and he had invited somebody from work, and it turned out that was Adam Ferrara. And I think that was the last friend I made, 1986, I think it was.
We became friends for a while.
We're coworkers.
We used to be friends, though.
Opie, I still consider you a friend. We call up.
When?
We go
when
out
was the last time we called each other?
I called you over the weekend.
Oh, you did? Did I answer the phone?
No.
No.
And then when the whole news thing went down.
Oh, yeah.
With, Arthur Ching.
Oh, yeah.
Ching-en.
There was something else I wanted to say to Bob, but now I can't remember.
Good, it's probably going to hurt my feelings.
It probably will.
Psychopath you are.
Good way to psych yourself up, because it probably will.
Anthony, after the show, hey, take it easy, man. Nice seeing you. And Opie, just, I don't want to hang out with you, dude. Take it easy. Nah, I'm all set, man. Go ahead. You hanging with Bob? Oh, Jim, you go with Bob. I know he's your friend. He's not my
I like
friend.
Bob. Bob's a gamer, you know. He plays a lot of games on the computer, so we got something in common there.
I know what I was going to say. You know who's trying to be my friend, and I'm just not sure yet?
Oh.
Eric Logan.
Elo?
Elo's trying to be my friend.
You can't. See, that's the mistake you made everywhere we've worked. NEW.
Have I done it at the new place?
Yes.
With who?
Elo.
We're not at that stage.
You've been out with Elo.
He wants to be my friend.
You've been out with Elo. You go out of your way to talk to Elo. You were ready to stay. Did you talk to Elo before we left D.C.? Before we left the station?
Yeah, I talked to him.
You did. He was there.
Yeah.
You went upstairs and talked.
Oh, no. He wasn't there. He was at the shareholders meeting.
Now, I had my coat on, and I am running for the door to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
And Opie actually turned to somebody, I think it was Don Wiki, and said, is Elo here? And Don said, I don't know, he might be upstairs. All right, I'm going to head up and talk with Elo for a little bit. And I'm just like, oh, my God, you're insane.
Dude, I'm working it for us.
No,
We need someone down there that's going to understand this show.
I understand.
Because we all know the CEO doesn't get it, so I'm hoping that Eric Logan's going to explain it to him.
But that feeds the friendship thing. Because it's not just business.
That's how
Elo starts bringing out the pictures of Little Jackson.
He did invite me to his house.
See, the invite to the house. Bosses are off limits. You made friends
Do a little couple, dinner thing.
You were making friends with Jeremy over at NEW.
Yeah, for a while.
And even Ken.
Yeah, Ken Stevens.
I believe you may have stayed at Ken Stevens' house.
No.
I believe you were going to stay at Ken Stevens' house for something.
No. He took me out for a steak dinner. That was it.
Okay, YSP.
Tim Sabian. I stayed at his house.
You became friends with Tim Sabian.
I still consider him a friend.
Fareed.
Nah.
You were becoming friends. You took a Learjet with him to Arizona.
I blew off the Learjet because I decided to be a nomad.
There's this whole friendship. Bob, our agent Bob Eatman. You're friends with Bob.
I stayed at his house a few times.
You stayed at his house.
I make friends.
Tipped his maid.
I do tip his maid because Bob's so cheap he doesn't tip his own maid.
He asked her for a receipt.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cheap Jew.
She works like an extra 5 or 6 hours, and he's like, "Oh God, here's $10. I'm mortified when I stay there."
What a cheapo.
So she cleans out my dirty. She does my laundry, and Bob's like, "Don't tip her," and I leave money on the dresser for her, like $5-10 a day.
Oh my God!
To do my laundry. That's just disgusting when I'm out there.
I could not.
And as far as Fareed, I had a ride back to New York from Phoenix because I went out there to talk at his stupid radio conference.
Yeah.
For what stock do we own?
Citadel.
Oh yeah, Citadel.
Shitadel, I call it.
And I had a ride back on his Learjet, and I blew it off because I wanted to just roam around the country.
Really?
Looking for friends.
Searching for friends.
See, this is the other side of me being an asshole. The reality is I have no friends.
No.
Like, I had 2 years off, and I spent most of that time wandering around America
alone
by myself.
Like Kane from Kung Fu.
You would think I could have called up somebody and said, "Hey, let's go.
Nothing.
Let's go have some fun."
And they'd say, "Sorry, not only am I not your friend, but I work for a living."
Right. But Elo is trying to be friends, and he says, "I love you, buddy," and things
Don't
like
do
that.
it.
He uses the word love.
Maybe you should just learn Kung Fu or something.
Kung Fu?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Learn Kung Fu, become like a master, and then just walk around roaming.
Wander the earth, get in adventures.
Yeah, get a stick, blind yourself.
All right, let's do a quick thing with the phones here. Go ahead, Dane, real fast.
Hey, hi, Opie. Hi, Anthony. Fuck you, Bob Kelly. I got a boatload of friends for Opie.
Yeah?
I got a bunch of pregnant girls over here in Jersey with their thick areola nipples and that dark line running up their belly for you. How about that?
God.
You want that?
You want that?
With the milk, with that sweet,
see?
sugary milk running out of their...
See, Bob? That's how we could have connected. If we were at a Starbucks and all of a sudden you pointed out a pregnant woman and said, "Wow, that's hot," and I would have said, "You know, Bob, I think that's hot too."
Wow.
Then we would have had
a
little something in common, and we could have went from there.
I didn't know there was friggin' a script to friggin' become your friend. Maybe next time you should fax it over to me and I'll rehearse.
All right, Mike. Mike from Long Island brings up a good point about Opie and friendship. How about Barry Williams, Opie? You were seeking the friendship of Barry Williams.
Anthony had to remind me that he was married. Because, did we tell this story on the air?
Yeah.
I remember where I was, too. I actually called Anthony for advice. I was out in L.A. I was actually doing some inline skating around Santa Monica Pier. It's just amazing. You could, skate, on the beach or whatever, a bike path. And my phone rings because, Barry Williams, Greg Brady, he was on our show a lot. And he said, next time you're out to L.A., give me a call. We'll hang. And we hear this from a lot of our, quote, celebrity friends/guests.
I don't consider them friends.
Right.
No.
And they always blow us off. But I called up like, what the hell? And once again, I'm by myself out in L.A. trying to kill time. And Barry actually says this. He goes, "Dude, I live at the top of Beverly Hills or somewhere, Bel Air or something, at the top of one of the mountains." He goes, "Why don't you come over around 6:30? He actually said this. I'm going to throw myself under the bus, and then I will save myself with my pal Anthony. He goes, "Come up around 6:30. We'll smoke some cigars. We'll have a couple apple martinis. And we'll watch the sunset.
Watch the sunset.
And then we'll have a barbecue." And I'm like, that's exactly what it was like. I was just like stupefied. I'm like,
because that sounds like the gayest
I was
thing
like,
two guys could do.
I think Barry wants to suck my dick.
Oh, apple martini breath on your bag.
But you have to because it's Greg Brady. I mean, come on. Right.
Suck your dick.
So then I'm going through it in my head. I'm like, if I go up there and all of a sudden he makes a move on me, I obviously got to tell him, "Hey, look, Barry, hey." And all of a sudden that sad Brady Bunch music has to play because I'm rejecting Greg Brady.
You could have took your rollerblades up there and rollerblade home, homo.
Oh, hold on. Norton's on the line, and then we'll get back to the Greg Brady thing. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, what's up, boys?
How's the move going?
It's cool, man. It kind of reminds me, watching your stuff be taken. You ever see, like, as soon as Saddam Hussein fell, the way Baghdad looked, the way they were running into stores? That's the way my shit is being lugged out of this apartment.
Really?
They treat other people's stuff the way I would treat other people's stuff.
Just like shit.
Dude, we've talked about this on the air. The last time I bought a TV, now they're nice and flat and stuff. My TV, I'm not kidding you, weighed about 500 pounds. It's one of the last picture tube TVs you can get, 45-inch, massive, cool.
Yeah.
And these gorillas actually rolled the TV into my apartment. They didn't care.
Rolled it.
They couldn't lift it because it's so heavy, so they rolled it end over end over end. And these guys looked like they just got out of prison. I was scared. I didn't say shit. I was just hoping it worked. And I even tipped them.
Of course.
They bashed my walls and everything. They rolled it in like a boulder.
Well, the guy made sure beforehand. He made sure I was going to tip, which I certainly am. And it's just, I'm glad I did as much stuff as I did beforehand, because I'm talking a lot because it's echoing here. I'm glad I did so much shit beforehand, because it's just amazing to watch all your stuff just get thrown into large boxes. Oh, white comforter with black dirty candle stuff thrown on them. It's awful.
Oh yeah, they have like 5 or 6 moves today. I mean, your move is one of many. They have to get it done immediately.
Jimmy, they're boxing things up too?
Yeah, just like most of my stuff is done, but there was some loose stuff. They just take these giant boxes, like for your comforter, your candle holder, anything you have. That little leg thing I have under my toilet is now on top of my comforter. You know, everything.
Yeah, they just throw it in a box and move it out.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Hey, Jimmy, I'm going to bring up a memory. We got Bob Kelly on the line. We're going to eventually play his audio.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Bobby. You remember the time when we were off the air and we all hung out at Starbucks near your old place there that you're moving out of? Me, you, and Kelly, and I turned to him and told him he couldn't be my friend?
It was the Cosmic Diner.
Oh, was it the diner?
It was a diner. Jimmy went to take a pee, and then me and you were talking, and we were talking, and you brought up some serious relationship issue.
Yeah.
Wow, Opie was almost like pulling you in.
I was trying you out. I'm like, forget it. He can't relate to this bullshit.
And then again, I get, it's like some uncomfortable thing where, I don't know, dude, I guess you just, try, one day at a time. I don't know. Yeah. And then he was like, you know what? We can't be friends.
That was his like line to see if you could audition to be his friend, and you just flunked the audition.
I really did. I got nervous. I was holding my script in my hand, looking at the lines.
Do you remember that, Jimmy, where I just openly told him, it's just not going to work? And he didn't.
I remember some awkward exchange between you two, which I had to sit in the middle of course.
Yeah, I told Anthony that you were the last friend I ever made, Jimmy, 5-6 years ago. I haven't made a friend since. And because you're friends with Bob Kelly, I think we all had a feeling that maybe Bob will join this little crew of ours, our separate little crew. And I just told Bob, it's just not happening.
Yeah, I do remember that, and it was, it was kind of heartbreaking for everyone involved, because I didn't realize I have to choose sides, and, I love you, Bob, but until you get a radio show, go fuck yourself.
Well, we've talked about that. If this show goes away again, none of us will keep in touch. I mean, who are we kidding?
I don't know. We hung out. We kept in touch. I mean, and Anthony, I called a few times, and I'm sure he heard my messages. So, I mean,
yeah. I don't have friends either. I have guys I work with that I'm, some of them I'm closer with than others, and that's it. I don't have friends. Don't need them.
All right.
We're a bunch of friendless asses.
That's it. Look at what we've grown into. I used to have friends when I was younger. Oh, I'd go out with them, call up, and go, hey, let's go down to the bar. Let's go to the Artful Dodger down there in Huntington.
I was going to say build tree forts together.
Yeah. Sleep in the tree fort, and you can try to suck my dick, and I'll be asleep. Fun nights out.
Right. Let me roll this up for you. Okay. Well, I'm in my bedroom now. They're taking my bed out.
Uh-oh.
Or they're undoing the bed.
Are they in? Are they in the outbreak suits? They should be.
Oh, hold on. Is that piece stuck right there?
Oh my God. Of course. The best is when you move and you see the stuff that is under your bed.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The stuff I found under my bed the last time I moved.
They're finding fake Lee press-on nails from grannies. All right,
Jimmy, we'll let you be.
Yeah, no, I figured that was coming. I heard all the laughs and everyone's having fun, and I'm here in my echoey apartment contributing. Wait, can you guys hear him yelling in the background and groaning?
No.
Oh, we're just trying to get the bed done. human.
What nationality are your movers?
Yeah, well, let me think.
Do they golf?
Was that? No, almost.
They play the game of the foot?
They get along with people who golf. They would tend to live in the same neighborhood as golfers.
Oh. Are they, do they make good pitchers?
Good what?
Do they make good ball players?
Yes, they do.
Right.
Yes. Normally they do.
They're good with a knife?
And they're good with a knife? Do their young children always fall out the windows here in the city?
Yeah.
And choke on
do.
little pieces of candy?
Yeah, it's not that they don't have window guards. It's just they chew through them. Yeah.
But you're not talking about, like, type of people whose 9-year-old might stab an 11-year-old girl pal.
Maybe that type of person, yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's really awful. All right, I know. I'll let myself be. I'm contributing nothing. I'm standing here in a dusty, empty apartment, depressed.
I can't believe you got a Polish moving company.
That's it. bunch of newfies.
Mm. All right, thanks,
Bye,
Jimmy.
Jimmy. It was nice being your friend.
Hey, Bob, why don't you help me? You're on the 5th floor, stupid.
You're out of your friggin' mind.
What's right up there, Bob?
He's right
Jesus.
upstairs from you.
That's what a friend does. A friend helps you move.
Moving is the ultimate friend
I offered my
commitment.
duffel bag yesterday. He wouldn't take it.
We've all seen
Incidentally,
Seinfeld.
I know. I was going to do more, but then people would say I'm ripping off Seinfeld today.
But that is the ultimate
I stopped myself.
buddy commitment.
Yeah, where's Keith Hernandez when you need him? All right.
And you were actually very funny last night.
Oh. Who?
Me?
Hello.
What are you talking about?
What's that? Oh, no, my phone dropped out.
Nice talking to you.
All right, everyone. Jimmy, thank you.
Bye, Jimmy.
All right, we're going to let Jimmy be. We're going to go back to Bob Kelly.
Oh, Jesus.
Where the hell were we? Oh, the Barry Williams thing. So I'm thinking, all right, sounds a little weird, and I'm thinking, like, he's got this whole thing in his head, and then I reject him, and then, the Brady Bunch music's going to play really sad in the background, Oh, you don't... Now, know what we need? That's not it, though. We need we need the Brady Bunch instrumental music, Anthony.
Yeah.
Where it's different versions depending on what they do. Remember?
Well, we do. We have, here's a happy little one. It's not quite the theme, but that was happy. Or this one. That's like happy stuff. Mixing the martini.
Yeah, but the show used to play different versions of the theme depending on what was going on. This is just filler music. Yeah, see?
That's happy.
They're all happy. They're coming home from school. See? This is that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's the thingy.
Depending on what they were doing.
No, that was when
but then they had
Secret Mission.
They did have the sad one that they would
Yeah.
break out every once in a while, like
Where is that one? The old xylophone. Well, that's the end.
Yeah, so.
We don't have the. Yeah, we don't.
No. We need that one. We need the sad version. Because that's what
It
I
was always the one where, like, Mrs. Brady would come into Marcia's room and she's having a problem, and it was that theme.
Right.
Very, very subdued. Yeah, we need that one.
And I was thinking when I told Barry, yeah, I don't want you to suck my cock. I was thinking, there it is. This would be playing in Barry's head, like, oh, man.
But then it goes happy.
Why is he happy then?
I don't know. Doesn't work.
Oh, yeah, we know what that's
Tiki
about.
Came out and his cock fell off.
That's where he brought out the gimp. Keep sleeping. Anyway, so, yeah, that was the scenario, and I'm like, God, what do you do? So I called up Anthony for
Called me
advice.
up. See, that's
I'm like,
a fun
Anthony,
thing
here's
to
the
do.
deal, man. He wants me to go way up into the hills of Bel Air or Beverly Hills, wherever the hell he is, and
Right.
and he wants me to sip apple martini, smoke a cigar, and watch the sunset, and then we'd have a barbecue. What do you think is going on up there? And then you remind me, thank God, that he was married with a kid.
He's married, but I even said it could be a beard. This sounds a little odd. I said it sounds a little odd for a guy to invite another guy like that up to the hills to watch a sunset while you drink martinis and smoke cigars.
So you have to go because you could always say no.
Yeah, but that's a pretty awkward no to be in the situation.
But then
because then he's probably thinking, well, what the fuck did you come up here for?
Right. But then I'm thinking, good radio. I have to say no, and then obviously 2 years later, I'll get to tell it on the air.
That's true.
But then I get there, and his best friend, a doctor, was there, and it turned out, to be, a safe situation, thank God. Yeah. And I forgot to tell you this part. The doctor, who is probably Barry Williams' age, probably upper 40s, whatever, maybe 50, whatever Barry is these days, the guy swears he never saw the Brady Bunch. I'm like, how do you go through life growing up never seeing one episode of the Brady Bunch? He swears.
Seen at least one episode all around the world.
He basically didn't really know Barry, what Barry, did or used to do when they became, quote, friends. Here's this friend thing again.
Says, though, like to
I think it was like his way to get into Barry's life. Like, look, Barry's probably sick of talking about the Brady Bunch. I'll tell him I never saw an episode. I don't even know who he is. That I might have seen him on TV, doing something else.
That's a little weird for a guy to do that.
All right.
That's kind of that's the thing a girl does. Oh, I don't know. Like, isn't that how Yoko got John Lennon? By saying, oh, I don't know who you are or what you do.
Maybe I should have tried that with Opie when we met.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know who you are. I never heard your radio show. Maybe we can be friends.
That's fascinating. You do radio, huh?
All right, well, we got to take a break, and then I guess we'll play your audio next, finally.
Yeah. I had an awful experience moving down from Boston. Kind of reminded me listening to Jimmy. They just broke shit left and right, lost stuff, left stuff there because I had to go.
Too bad they couldn't leave your wife up there.
My wife
would have saved you a lot of time and trouble.
Forgot something here. I seem to be missing something. Where the hell did boy? Sure is quiet around here. Jesus, wouldn't that be great? Why couldn't they remember my vacuum and my WAF jacket and leave her there?
Yeah. Oh, they remembered to bring her back home with you.
Oh, certainly did. What a nightmare that was. You know what had happened also? I had to go back. I had to come down to New York. She had to stay up there and supervise the move.
Mm-hmm.
And, I guess supervising the move in between shots of Jack Daniels might have been a little stressful.
While we're looking through binoculars at girls changing.
Yeah. Hey, at least make sure everything's out of the apartment, for God's sake. Open up the hall closet. Brand new vacuum cleaner. My AAF jacket. Remember that ski jacket I was so proud of? It was the first radio station I ever worked at.
Mm-hmm.
First colors of the radio station. Very proud of that.
Yeah.
Guy, brand new in radio. First yogurt cup that I ever scraped, I had kept in there.
We just got to get the rest of the goodness out.
Wonder why you have no friends. You annoying son of a bitch.
I really know I'm an ass. Don't get confused and think that I'm a catch. Trust me, I stink.
You aren't a catch as a friend. You really aren't.
I'll be the first to admit I stink. Anyway, go ahead, Ant.
Yeah, I'm just done. I just remembered how awful that was. And they broke so many things and just lost things, and they drop it off and leave it. And there's no way you can actually go through the boxes while they're there and go, oh, you broke this. So you have to wait and fill out a claim form. And then I sent it up there, and the company was like gone or something. It didn't even acknowledge the complaint form that I wrote. Just a bunch of crooks, the movers. But it does beat loading it up with your friend in a U-Haul.
I did that.
I went that. Everyone has gone that route. When you're younger and you can't afford anything, you load your shitty furniture up in a U-Haul.
I had to sell stuff. I had to fill the U-Haul, and as I was filling it, sell shit that didn't fit.
Oh, I just break it out front. I don't even.
When you're in L.A. and you get a bunch of Mexicans that will buy anything for $5.
Bob, this is how much of a dirtbag I am. In every aspect of life. I was moving out of my Northport place to move to Boston with Anthony. Anthony pulls up in the U-Haul truck. Most people will leave the stuff they don't want or can't fit in the U-Haul truck nicely on the side of the road, and maybe other people will drive by, pick through it, and get a nice little treat on their Sunday drive. I smashed things so no one could take any of my stuff off the curb.
You really are.
Well, for God's sake, Opie, AAF was paying for the move. Now, I could kick myself in the ass because I could have hired a goddamn mover and had AAF pay for it. But I was so much in the mindset of what my life was, which was you're moving, get a U-Haul and move it yourself. So I thought I was ahead of the game because AAF was paying for the U-Haul, which they would have paid for one for Opie also. But Opie goes, dude, just leave a little room on the back of yours, and I'll just throw my shit on there. Well, I didn't know, how much I had or anything. There was no room. I was trying to pack this thing. It was like a puzzle where there was about 1.5 feet of room left in the back of this thing. So I pull up in front of Opie's, and he starts berating me for using too much of the U-Haul that the company was paying for anyway.
You used easily 80% of the
Of course
truck.
I
Easily.
did. I would have used 90
Easily.
if I could have packed it like a human.
And I'm not even exaggerating. At least 80%. I mean, I'm talking
only your own U-Haul.
I'm talking maybe you gave me 3 feet.
You should have gotten your own U-Haul.
Yeah, you own U-Haul.
But it's funny.
Yeah.
So
Thank you,
Anthony
Bob. Like
Anthony
friend.
pulls up, and we don't know each other that well at all. Actually, we're only doing radio a few months, and he pulls up to see me taking my VCR by the cord, and I'm like,
spinning it
spinning
like a
it
cowboy
around,
over his head, and, he
and
throws
throwing it, and I'm smashing tables and old
this won't
TVs.
fit. This isn't going to fit. And then I had to drive up to Boston in a full U-Haul with the cats. With the frigging cats. 4 cats in cat carriers shitting and pissing the whole way up, where the cab of the truck just smelled like cat shit and piss the entire way up. And I was drinking and I'm stuck in traffic. The drive that normally takes about, I would say with a U-Haul, it would probably take a little over 4 hours. It took 8 hours to get from New York to Boston. I was drinking Jack Daniels and beer the whole way up, where I'm driving down the Mass Pike with a truck full of stuff, completely intoxicated.
Why did you have 4 cats? Do you have a freaking lesbian roommate?
Oh, please. I had the ex-wife. Loved the goddamn cats.
I fucking hate cats.
4 cats. We started with 1 cat, and this is how it works. We started with 1 cat, and then she saw a kitten next door and was like, oh, can't we have this? And if I said no, it would have been like, forget about it. Another
World War
long argument.
18.
So I'm like, okay, we have a male cat. Yeah, let's get a female cat. All right. We get the female cat, and within, a week, that cat's pregnant, has kittens, which she decides to keep 2 of. Now I'm the crazy cat person of Huntington. I got 4 cats. Just, you know what it was like to go through a laundry bag? Like, I used to just take my dirty clothes and throw them in big garbage bags, and then go down to the laundromat next to the bar and sit there and drink while your laundry's being done, and then half-assed version of folding it, so you'd wear wrinkled clothes all the time. Do you understand now why I like dressing a little nicer? I went my entire life dressing like shit in shit clothing. And here's the point, you would open up the bag of clothes, because I would never have a dresser or put it away. They'd be folded in the plastic bag on the floor. You go to pull a shirt out, you put it on and go, what's that smell? Oh, I know it. Right, that's cat piss. That's what it is. It's cat piss on my clothes. And you just see this big streak of yellow down the whole pile of clothes. And it's just piss. And thank God the smell of cat piss is so easy to wash out that you never notice it again. Oh,
that's great.
Nightmare.
I moved a cat from Buffalo. This was before I met you, when I was doing Buffalo radio, making a whopping $14,000 a year.
Yeah, that's Buffalo money.
I had no money whatsoever. And
the country up there.
I rented a U-Haul to get my stuff and my Honda at the time back to New York, right? And I had a cat that I had to bring back to New York. And the cat, I didn't have a cat carrier. I just said, fuck it.
Let him go.
Let him go. It's an 8-hour ride or whatever, especially in a U-Haul. It's a long ride. The cat decided it was scared shitless that it had to hide under the brake pedal. Under the brake pedal, where its nails were dug into the mat or whatever it was, the carpeting that's down.
Now you can't stop.
Oh, dude, the whole way from Buffalo, I could not brake.
You stepped on the brake.
Not really an exaggeration. There were times I had to brake, slightly and try to kick the cat. It was a nightmare. The cat would not move. So then I had no money. I came home from Buffalo no money, no bank account. I had a few dollars in my pocket that I bought some dinner for myself for the long haul, and I thought I had enough money for the tolls. I had it figured out to the penny, right?
Don't forget, no friends.
Oh, yeah, no friends, of course not. And I get that bridge, and I have to pay the toll, and...
Throw a cat at his face.
This goes back about 11 or, maybe 12, 13 years now.
Yeah.
And because extra axles, I had to pay extra that I wasn't thinking about.
Uh-oh.
So now I'm like $2 or $3 short. And I'm telling you, I have no money. It wasn't me being cheap. I just didn't have it.
Yeah.
I was so poor that I brought all my empties. Because those were the days that I was doing some good drinking.
Nickel each.
So I had all my empties that I was going to cash in when I got back to New York to maybe get me started. I don't know. I mean, I had tons. I mean, thousands of beer cans that I just collected like everyone does. They rarely bring them home, right? So I had to pull over because they won't let me, they were going to turn me around. I'm like, look, man, and they're like, well, sorry.
Turn you around, you hump. Let me over your stupid bridge.
And I don't think it was where you could just fill out the paperwork back then for some reason. Because I remember a discussion like, well, we're going to have to turn you around. I'm like, what? So then I remember that I had in the back, I did have one other thing. That's right. I had a penny thing. Like it was a big, oversized, like beer bottle that filled with pennies, and that was the only.
There you go, motherfucker. One, two,
and maybe
three.
I think the dimes could fit in this thing too, but nickels couldn't. The mouth of this oversized bottle can only fit pennies and dimes. So I'm like, oh my god, I have that back there. Okay, so I open the back with one of the transit cops or whatever they are. I open up the U-Haul, and all my beer cans start spilling out all over the road, and then my cat jumps out and starts running all over the place.
Oh, great.
And
the
I'm
cat
like,
would be gone.
Oh, yeah.
Bye-bye.
Somehow I was able to, get the cat back, but the guy actually reached for a weapon because all the beer bottles were spilling out. He thought I was, like, smuggling people into, Long Island? Like, he didn't know what the hell was going on because I guess I was parked on a slight incline, so the beer cans and bottles just started spilling out of the back of this thing.
You can't take Coors east of the Mississippi.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember he went for, like, his weapon, like, what the hell is going on here? And I actually made a dumb joke that got nothing. I'm like, you don't think I drank all these, do you? Because there were just hundreds just, spilling out of the dumb thing, but, whatever.
At least you reminded me something quickly about the cat. Just running around the cab. In the carriers, the entire 8-hour drive up, picture this 4 times. Making sounds that you could only figure are belched up from the bowels of hell. The cats hated the carriers and let you know it the entire way.
Yeah,
and then the X.
Pat on Long Island, what's up?
Yo, my wife, she wanted a cat, and I'm like, nah, I don't want no fucking cat. She's like, no, they take care of themselves. You don't have to walk them. They, kitty litter box and all that shit. So I was like, all right, they take care of themselves. Like 2 months later, the cat got bit by another cat, and it caused a boil, right? And the boil popped, and you could actually move the skin and see the muscle and shit underneath it. It was disgusting.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah, and so she's like, oh, we have to take it to the vet. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning when I noticed this. I'm like, fuck you. The cats take care of themselves. Tell them to get in the car, drive themselves to the fucking vet, and take care of this
Take
shit.
care of themselves, my ass.
I hate cats. I was brought up a dog person, and it turns out I went to an allergist, and I'm definitely allergic to cats.
Really?
And this cat I got in Buffalo was infested with fleas. If you look close at my arms, there are scars from flea bites.
From fleas?
Like, you wouldn't believe. I could not get the fleas out of my tiny little crappy apartment in Buffalo. I tried everything. I bombed the shit out of it.
Fleas, the worst.
And every time you get bit by a flea, people out there know, it's like 5 days of just agony. I don't know what is in a flea bite, but it'll drive you nuts. It'll drive you almost to suicide.
Same thing with my
And then they just start healing slowly, and then you'll get another one, and you can't get the damn fleas off your body or out of your apartment.
Put on white socks, and they were just speckled with black. Speckled with black, and you're like, what is holy shit, there are fleas all over the place. You lay down, or I would go to get out of bed. You put your feet down on the carpet,
and they start jumping on you immediately.
Your ankles are covered in fleas. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Thank God the love of these cats more than makes up for the pain in the ass that they were.
And every bite takes forever to go away, and it's just agony.
Fleas and pissing on stuff. And there was one time up in Ashland when I lived up in Massachusetts. We lived on the third story of the apartment building. And the cats used to fight each other constantly, running around the apartment. And the two smaller ones, the ones that were the kittens that were kind of growing up, one was on the windowsill and one was stalking it from the floor, jumped at him from the floor onto the windowsill. They both went through the screen and fell out the window. And I'm just sitting there going, maybe they're dead. And I was really hoping that they'd be dead. But those friggin' cats, 3 stories up, I looked down, there was a bush, there was a hedge under the window that was flattened. Dude, it was flattened. And both of them are sitting there shaking, looking up at the window. Like, what happened? And the ex-wife is like, oh, run downstairs again. I go downstairs, and there they are. Fine as ever. Not a problem. Not even a bruise. I was so hoping.
I used to have a cat that used to jump out on the 3rd floor porch, and I used to make him jump from the middle window, and he used to have to, like, leap out. So one day I was like, let me open the other window that's right out to the porch, and I shut the middle window, but this dumb cat was so used to jumping to the middle window. I'm sitting there with a girl on a date. I let the cat out, and it jumped back through the middle window and just smashed into the window and fell 3 stories down. I looked out, and the son of a bitch was just lying there like a fucking asshole. Just fine. I was like, it scared the shit out of me. I heard bang on the 3rd floor. I thought somebody was trying to break in, and this friggin' cat just fell 3 stories, and it was fine.
They're amazing.
I hate cats.
Oh, another thing about cats.
Hey, Bob?
Yeah.
I think we could be friends.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I don't want to be a friend now.
How about this one?
Is that Jim Norton on a date?
When they're hacking up the hairball, and then it's like a grenade that's ready to go off. You got to pick it up and try to move it somewhere where it's not going to ruin a carpet or the furniture. They're up on your couch going, they start doing that heave thing. You pick them up like a hot potato, and you got to throw them on tile or something. That when they finally hack up that wet tribble, it's not going to ruin something.
Hey, a couple things really fast. Big Duties from Jersey. Big Duties, Jay. Sorry, Jay. Anthony doesn't have friends because they have germs.
Yes.
And then this
friends
coming in
are full of germs.
This coming in from Judy from Boston, Anthony.
Judy!
Opie, I still consider you a friend, even if you did break my Hummels and my dog.
You clumsy ox. Opie. Opie lived at my mother-in-law's house for like 9 months. I was out of there in 2 weeks. We both lived there because we had to move up to Boston on such short notice. And my mother-in-law lived there. She had some room, so we figured we'd live there. Me, my ex, and Opie had his own room and everything. And me and my ex are like, all right, I can't take living with your mom. And she was like, I can't take living with my mom. So we found a place immediately. Opie stayed there for 9 more months, living with my mother-in-law, breaking her shit. Like, he'd walk with the phone, and the phone cord would be knocking over Hummels that she had for years.
Hold on. Explain the phone cord, though.
Oh, God, you don't see phone cords like this
It was
ever.
like... Am I lying if I tell you it's 30 to 40 feet?
It could get you from one end of the house to the other.
Yeah.
And it was all rolled up, like when you hung it up, it had rolled itself up into a beach ball-sized tangle. So as he walks away, this wrecking ball is swinging, just knocking down everything.
Yeah, because half the telephone cord was in a knot, you know? So it was a perfect wrecking ball, you're right.
As part of the knot, like, springs out, the wrecking ball would fly back toward the phone and break anything on the table. So it's like, oh, one of my Hummels seems to be broken.
Where?
I had the... Where? You're kidding. Oh, no. How did it break its little angel wing? There's Opie trying to glue it together.
My snow bunnies are broken.
You know, people hate me, and they should.
What happened to the arm on the I love you this much, Hummel?
People hate me, and they should, but I have to tell you, I did feel really bad, because she always had a story about where she got the thing.
It was always something.
And I was like...
visiting in China.
Right.
This gentleman bought me this genuine jade hat that is irreplaceable. It was carved by one man back in the Ming Dynasty.
It was always something had unbelievable sentimental value.
Oh, and
I'm
Opie's treated like something out of a gumball machine. You're horrible. Mr. Klutzo. Oh, but she loved him. She loved him. Didn't matter what he did.
Matter of fact,
everything.
when Anthony had his demise with her daughter, she still hung the Opie and Anthony posters in her basement, but cut out Anthony.
Cut me out. Remember we had a big poster made up, and it was the cover of our CD Demented World, and it's me and Opie, and she left it hanging up, but just cut me out of the picture and left Opie and nobody.
Go to the basement, just X'd out photos of you with knives in them and says laces out.
All right, well, I don't know where we're at. There's a million people that want to talk about cats. I don't know how exciting.
Cats stink.
We all know they stink.
Before I left Boston.
Horrible pissing on you. And
I found my cat on the highway on the white line.
Alive?
A bunch of dead baby cats in front of it. Someone just threw them out the window. And then this one was live. I picked it up, took it home, but that's when I lived with the 6 retarded guys.
Yeah.
So this thing grew up in shell shock. Anytime you went near it, it just ran under a bed.
All right, we'll take
I had
one.
a little cat, Smokey, once when we lived in Central Islip, and my father told us Smokey ran away, and didn't even have if you're going to say Smokey ran away, how about being a good pop, walking 1 block down the road to check if it's not dead there somewhere? Because the next day I went to play, and I found Smokey covered in maggots with a flattened head. With a completely, paper-thin, flattened head. The body was all bloated, and maggots crawling on it, and it was Smokey.
Your father's boot tread on its head.
Jeez,
Smokey ran away, walk around, see if dead Smokey's around, and throw it in the woods or something.
Let's go to Scott in Tennessee. We'll take one more call here. Scott?
Hey.
Hey.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, Scott?
Hey, just a quick story about when me and my wife first started dating. I fucking hate cats. I'm like most heterosexual males, I think. And she had a cat. I fucking hated it. I'd go over there. I'd leave her house, go to work, and have cat hair all over me.
Yeah.
And I spent the night over.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
Well, he brings up a good point again. The cat
We lost
hair.
you, Scott. Call back. Scott?
Cat hair never comes off.
It doesn't. You wash it, and it just balls up and sticks in balls onto your clothes. Horrid.
All right.
They call them dust bunnies.
Ah, there's dust bunnies under the bed.
Where? I got dust bunnies. Get me the Swiffer. Where's the Swiffer? I gotta pick up the dust bunnies under the bed. My Hummel's missing an arm. You're kidding? How did it happen? The phone? The Queen of England gave me that friggin' Hummel. Hummel. I can't believe it, Opie. I can't believe it. That was great. This was a gift to Abraham Lincoln. I can't be friends with you, Opie. You broke my Hummel.
Oh, she would always have me doing things. When I used to work for a living in air conditioning, every year I'd have to go up there for Christmas, and she would have things for me to do. It's my friggin' vacation, and not vacation from this, which is, playtime. From a real job. I'd get up there and she'd go, we have to go to Sears and pick up a garage door opener. I'm like, okay, I'll go to Sears and pick it up. So I pick it up, we get there. Okay, now could you install it? And there I am installing a garage door opener on my Christmas vacation.
I want the genie one. The genie, the one with the corkscrew, not the chain. This one's silent. I want to hear if Opie's banging around and knocking anything over. I want to hear if he's kicking my dog in the liver. Get the silent one.
Oh, I was like, can I please program this so that when she drives through, it crashes down on a windshield?
Oh, yeah.
She was a nice lady.
Where? How did it happen?
I like Judy.
The garage door hit the car. You're kidding. My torso's cut in half. Looks just like one of my Hummels from Awful Clumsy Opie.
I like Judy.
So he was a good sport. I didn't have a problem with
So
Judy.
what if she couldn't figure out which condo was hers every once in a while?
Oh, my God. The one story, she got so tanked
We ever
once.
tell this one?
No.
We never told this one, huh?
She got so hammered once that she thought she was at her own apartment, and it turned out it was a condo complex. So, you know, you got the condo, and then you have the left condo and the right condo, and you go up the stairs. If you're on the right side of the building, those are your stairs. The left side is someone else's. And all of a sudden, you're in an apartment that is yours, but completely reversed. She walked up the stairs and walked in, and what was going on was like some teen, their parents were gone, so there's like a kegger going on. So here comes this old woman, just hammered, walks in the door, and passes out on the couch in the middle of a kegger. And, you know, hopefully everything was fine and dandy and they left her alone, but I think the daughter of the guy that lived there had to wake her up and send her back next door.
She woke up with "I love cock" on her forehead.
Jesus.
She used to love the Grandma Ye. I want Grandma Ye.
We used to go, we've told this story before, quickly. We used to go out, me and Opie and the ex and Opie's girlfriend and Jay from Framingham, and we'd go to the North End and have dinner up in Boston. And right at the last minute, it would be like clockwork. We'd all planned to go out and have a good time, and my ex would go, well, Mom wants to go, so, you know, we're taking Mom also. Jesus Christ, because I know what this means. We're hanging, we're laughing our asses off. Me, Opie, and Jay from Framingham get together, and it's just, you laugh till you're ready to puke.
It hurts,
so hard.
yeah, it hurts.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Jay could drink like a motherfucker, so me and him were just pounding him and having a good time. And right at the peak of fundum, I would hear, I want to go home. I want to go home. And there was my mother-in-law, want to go home, and Jennifer looking at me going, Mom wants to go home. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Well, I didn't want to have too much fun, so let me get in the car. And I'd be like, okay, a few more minutes. And the torture thing was, I knew if I stretched it a few more minutes, it would be more of a hell ride home. It would be more, I want to go home. And before I was familiar with the area, I'd have to have Judy give me the directions. So it was like, take a left over here. And then I'd be completely lost.
Go around the rotary.
Go
around the rotary, take
Bob.
the third exit. Now go here, make a right. All right, now make a right, and now take the next right.
Judy, that's a left.
3 rights make a left.
And then she informed me,
I don't make left-hand turns.
So
I only turn right.
Yeah, so her directions are all based on the fact that she only makes right-hand turns. Really fast, this is something that just makes Anthony and I laugh to this day, but when we first moved to Boston, we didn't know, like Ann said, we didn't know the area at all.
No.
And one of the first weeks up there, we had to catch a plane to L.A. to, do our show from the, quote, the Grammys. That's a story in itself. And we had to go, what was that place called where they shuttle you to the Logan Airport, Anthony, the bus thing?
Yeah, the Logan Express.
Logan Express. So we asked Judy if she could get us to the Logan Express, right?
Yeah.
Bob, I am not lying to you. It took well over an hour to get to this Logan Express, and then I just figured, that's how far she is from this damn thing.
That's how far it was.
Turns out because she didn't make any left-hand turns, that this place was probably on being safe a 15-minute ride tops. Tops from our house. Like, when we finally started to get to know the area, there was one day we're driving to work or driving somewhere, and I go, oh, my God, Anthony, that's the Logan Express that we had to be driven to that first week when we were in Boston.
I thought it was so far
And we're
away.
like, this thing is no more than 10 or 15 minutes from our house. What the hell did she do? But it's all these back roads taking nothing but rights until she made this huge circle and got us to the place.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know what's going on.
People are reminding us that they heard this on Best Of or something. We don't know
Oh,
what's on
recently?
Best Of. We're away, you idiots.
Oh.
We're away. That's why it's Best Of.
I'm sorry.
All right.
The clicking is driving who nuts?
Oh, Jesus. Don't be clicking.
All right, Bob, thanks for calling in today.
Bye, buddy.
We got his clip, and we got to play his clip. Come
but
on.
we have Pat from Menaki outside.
Fuck Pat.
I'll call in I'll call in later the week.
Well, could you just come in?
Yeah, I'll come in. What day?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, all right. I'll come in tomorrow.
I broke my leg. I broke my leg. I broke my leg. I love hearing that.
I got to find out how many times I say dude.
Dude, yeah.
Dude, I broke my leg. Dude.
Dude, I broke my leg, dude.
You hear Dane plug you guys on Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah, it was very cool.
We talked about it. Tell Dane thank you. That was very cool of him.
That scooter race looked hysterical.
That's great that he didn't say my whole name. He just said Robert.
Robert.
He didn't even know me. It's like he hired me.
They
said Opie and Anthony.
You didn't even know that you put him over on that scooter?
No.
That was hysterical. You went to give the extra push and totally fucking made him do an endo.
Well, we were racing him. That was the first. We just got on him, and we did a race. And I jumped the curb to cut in front of him because he's like, 100 pounds lighter than me, so he's flying. And I just kicked off and kicked that freaking wheel right out from underneath him.
He's 100 pounds lighter than you, and he's also 6 inches taller than you.
Yeah, but my dick is huge.
All right, well, I can't believe I got to tell you this, but could you please come in tomorrow, Bob? I hate that I have to say that to you.
Yeah, but Opie, we're fine on the radio. It's just at Starbucks, we're not friends.
It's after the show gets off the air.
And when the mics go off in the studio, then I awkwardly hey, you're having a good appearance, Bob.
Yeah, good
seeing
job. You can't make eye contact with me.
Right, shut up.
Like I sucked your cock when we were 13 or something.
Yeah.
We never talked about it.
Save that one for your therapist.
All right, man.
All right, there he goes. Bob Kelly, very funny guy.
I'll talk to you guys.
Later, Bob.
Does some great stuff for our show. Anthony, it's Gamefly.com.
Oh, yeah.
Gamefly, this thing is so easy. You send a game back, and the next game on your queue list is automatically sent. It only takes a couple of business days to get to you. Basically, you're renting games online.
Yeah, good deal. If you want to check out the game before you buy it, you could do that with Gamefly.com. It's easy. Go to Gamefly.com to get signed up. It only costs $21.95 a month. But you can start with a free 2-week trial if you want. There's no commitments, and you can cancel anytime. Start playing the latest releases. All those games you wanted to play, do it now with Gamefly. And there's another reason to check out Gamefly for the month of May only. Wait a minute, what day is it?
I think this is the last day of May, so this is it, guys, if you want in on this.
Today only, people. Anyone who signs up for any of their prepaid video game rental plans are entered into the Gamefly.com PSP a day giveaway. That's right, you sign up any day in May, which is one more day, and you could win one of those cool Sony PSP handheld devices. At Gamefly.com, you got over 2,500 titles to choose from. All the platforms, Xbox, PS2, GameCube, blah, blah, all of them. 2 games at a time, if you want, sure. No shipping either way. And keep the games as long as you want with no late fees. That's it, Gamefly.com. That's Gamefly. You really need to spell that out. .com. Do this, Gamefly.com/XM. And that lets them know that, you did it because you heard it on us, and they'll go, wow, look at all the people O&A are driving to us.
What day is today?
31st?
Oh, my God, this used to be
30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except for February, which sometimes is really fucked up.
Has 28.
An extra day.
This used to be a very important day in my life. I just realized that. Now it's just another day.
A date with Barry Williams Day? What? No?
It used to be a very important day in my life, and now it's just another...
Was it an anniversary?
It's just another one of those days.
Was it an anniversary?
The virus is inside us. OEvirus.com. Assault the media. It's time to drop bombs. We're just pests. You can't exterminate with Black Flag. Your web page just got hijacked by Whack Bag. The gag order's gone. Time to go to war. Steve sees napalm burning down your door. It's hardcore. Apart from whores who dump on Norton's belly, the only other girl in his life is Bob Kelly, not you. When he was a kid, he sucked cock too. These 2 obnoxious shock jocks might shock you. Ass coward, he don't want to get involved. Slip in your PJs and light a Java log. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus.
An Anthony Show.
Hey, that's pretty cool. All right, let's get Pat from Menaki in here. We're running out of show.
Yeah.
Pat was, here he comes, running right in, Anthony.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
One of our faves. Oh, can I see
That's
the trophy?
the trophy,
wow.
huh?
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty big. No, don't smash it, Opie. Wow.
Are you
I thought he was
nuts?
going to do it.
Boy,
what does
this
it say on the front?
This has got to weigh at least a half a pound.
Yes.
What is
It's
it?
genuine gold paint.
It says, Anthony, Nathan's famous Philadelphia 2005 hot dog eating champ.
Wow.
That's me.
There you go.
Bravo, sir.
Did you drink some eggnog out of this thing?
No, I puked up hot dogs into it.
Did you really puke into it?
No. Just
Nathan's
kidding.
famous
Couldn't tell.
2005 hot dog eating champ. Yes, and it's the oldie style loving cup.
Yes.
Like the one Lucy got stuck on her head in the I Love Lucy episode. Remember that?
Yeah.
Sure.
So you're in the finals?
Yeah. I beat 3 ranked guys. Like the 11th in the world. Some guy drove down from Buffalo. Buffalo Jim Reeves.
And you kicked his ass?
Yeah.
How many hot dogs did he eat?
20 and a half hot dogs.
20 and a half?
In 12 minutes.
In 12 minutes. And
Yes.
how many was the next place down?
He was, it was close. It was 19 3/4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What, right when that time goes, you got to stop
Yeah,
and
just
drop
whoop.
whatever you have in your hand?
Do you have a technique? Do you wet them down? Some of the guys wet them.
Yeah, I learned that from the last one. Last one I got 15, and I improved my technique. Because I noticed everybody was dunking them. So I started just eating the hot dogs and then dunking the buns, but that got monotonous, so then I just dunked the whole hot dog.
Yeah.
So I plan on improving in Coney Island.
Now,
And there's pictures all over the website, foundrymusic.com and opieandanthony.com if you want to see Pat in the contest.
Now, what is the record there for the one that they do at Coney?
Ooh, that's the Japanese fellow,
Yep.
Kobayashi. 53 and a half hot dogs.
And how long?
He pretty much been winning it for the last 4 years.
Yeah, this guy, and he's not a big guy.
I know.
The closest American is Sonia Thomas. She does 33 hot dogs.
33. And how long?
12 minutes. It's a 12-minute contest.
12-minute contest. And you did 20
and a half.
And a half.
How many more could you do? Were you holding
I don't
back?
know. I didn't think I could do well, I was hoping to do 20. 20's respectable. They call that doing the deuce.
Doing the deuce.
Yes.
There's a whole lingo.
I like that.
I'm an official member of the IFOCE. I'm a competitor. The International Federation of Competitive Eating.
Wow.
I'm an athlete.
You're an athlete.
Well,
Did they give you a card?
I feel a heart attack coming on.
Did they give you a card?
Yeah. No, I didn't get that yet. They're
No?
still processing my application.
Oh.
So you're going to join any other eating
I
contest?
watched Deep Throat to practice for it.
Are you going to join any other eating contests? Because they're eating everything now.
I'm on their mailing list, and they're going to email me what the different contests are. So I pretty much eat, like, if I like the food, I'll eat it. So if it's like meatballs or pizza, I'll eat it.
Yeah. But I think
eggnog.
the Nathan's hot dog eating contest is probably the most famous eating contest in the world.
That's going to be live on ESPN. I'm not sure if it's ESPN or ESPN2. Live, high noon, July 4th.
Well, now...
and you made it to the finals? That's pretty amazing.
huge. So
that
you're
was
be
a
on
qualifier,
TV.
yeah.
How many?
120. 20 people in the world. They're having contests in England, Japan.
And our Pat from Menachie's
And I may have a nice big XM painted on my head.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, how many people...
I want an Easter egg. I want an Easter egg.
Doing visual bits.
Yeah.
How many people are in this?
Luke, I'm your father. Okay.
He's put the
Anakin.
visor around his neck. A white visor around...
Duck season.
Okay, now...
That's more visual. I'm a dog.
Now he puts the visor upside down around the front of his neck and tries to scratch like a dog with one of those
the
veterinary
lampshade
collars.
Sure, lampshade.
Remember Spock's brain?
Yeah. Oh, very good. Spock's brain.
Yes, doctor. Here's my logical talking.
They put that thing on the back of his head so he could still walk around and stuff.
You
Sure,
had
sure.
remote control. Yeah.
I don't know who's worse, you doing it, me knowing every single one you're doing. Six visor impressions, Opie. Oh, God,
hey, we're very impressed there,
Well,
Pat.
thank you. Huh.
Now, so how many people? I'm sorry.
20.
20, so there's only 20 people.
Yes.
Out of all the people that have tried out in the world,
Yep.
you are one of 20. You are one of the elites, sir.
Yeah.
Now, how can we, of course, as the Opie and Anthony show, invade your great moment that you should just have alone and be happy with, how could we then tread on it?
Well, I have to wear the Nathan's official shirt.
Is that the one?
Yes, it is.
That's it right there.
Eat
That's
all
the shirt
that you
you'll
can
be wearing.
eat. That's a great slogan.
That's my philosophy in life.
And, okay, so have they told you can't wear anything?
No, they didn't say anything like that. I've been wearing the O&A WOW hat I got from Ziggy. Thank you, Ziggy, from XM411.
Right.
And, yeah. You know what? At the Philly contest, there was a CBS News camera. And if someone were paranoid, I don't think it made the news. Because they were filming it, and then they didn't even notice. I gave Steve some video, and they didn't notice me till I had 15. And my friend was yelling, "Pat from Moonachie has 15! O&A Party Rock!" He was screaming.
O&A Party Rock.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they go, "Out of nowhere, Pat!"
Oh.
So, yeah.
Like a derby winner. Out of nowhere. You didn't lead from the beginning?
No, actually, I think they beat me at they give you plates of 5. And I had, they were beating me at 5 hot dogs, and then at 10, and then somewhere around 15, it was like neck and neck. They had 17, and I got 17. They
started slowing down, and you were picking up a little steam, and
it was a nail biter.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
A hot dog biter. And it's July 4th.
Yes.
Well, we'll be tuned into that one.
That is awesome.
On July 4th.
I have some theories on why that Kobayashi wins.
What's your theory?
I was thinking maybe Hiroshima, a little radiation in Grandpa there. Maybe he has a black hole in his stomach. Hoo-hoo, lobbing.
Ooh. Oh.
Hoo-hoo, lobbing?
Oh. Yeah,
black hole?
The Asian way, you would say, without the R, the L.
Maybe I should just let him eat maybe 54, 55 hot dogs, then just eat him. I'll win by proxy.
Oh, there you go.
So how many more you really think you could eat?
I don't know. When they were announcing the names, everybody had a moniker. Buffalo Jim, Humble Bob, and Brian Yellowcake Subich, or as I like to call them, losers. I was like, I ain't going to win this. But then I just kept going.
Yeah. What's going to be your... Do you have a cool, name that you can...
Well, I was thinking either Pat from Moonachie, and then I tried out a little character you'll see on the videotape. I was going to be Mysterioso.
He just put on
more visual.
One of those pairs of glasses that have the big bushy eyebrows,
kind of like the Groucho Marx.
Maybe I should shorten the mustache, be Hilter. What's in these hot dogs?
All right, Jesus.
Uden.
All right.
Never mind. Anti-Semite.
That's very funny.
I love that shirt I got the other day when you guys were handing out shirts. Nice larges. I was going to come in and say, "You want to make out?"
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was a belly shirt for you?
Oh, yeah.
A little.
Put it on my G.I. Joes.
Well, you should. We have some more of those. You should put one of those shirts on and we get a picture for the website. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Because Norton has that picture where he did the belly,
fodder.
the belly shirt.
And he,
yeah, you could do that. See, that's what Norton did.
Oh yeah,
that's a classic shot that's up on a lot of the websites. So, All right, you got some news there, Pat?
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do.
All right, I think we need our news ticker.
My typewriter. Oh, maybe I should do it as baby news.
Oh, the visor is now straight up on his head like a baby bonnet.
When was the last time babies wore bonnets?
Baby Finster.
Did they ever wear them? Was there a time they actually wore baby bonnets?
When they look out and go, go chase yourself.
That's right.
Fidgets. Let's dance.
Them's not babies, them's fidgets. Why you?
All right, let's get the news ticker going. Yep. We'll get some quick news in before we get out of here for the day.
Oh, Eric's on it. It's going to come ticking any second now.
Of course it will.
Derek looks on, ready to just hit it. He's already in there.
All right. Here's Pat from Moonachie with the news.
Here now, the news. Brooklyn girl, 9, held in fatal stabbing. Fat Al? Who's he? A 9-year-old girl was being questioned Monday in the stabbing and killing of another young girl in Brooklyn, police said. Details of the incident in the East New York section were sketchy. Was it a mosaic? Sketchy? Mosaic? Police officers responding to a 911 call Monday afternoon discovered that the victim, Queen Washington... Gee, wonder what color she is.
Jesus.
What's her brother, Freddie Boom Boom? Had been stabbed in the chest inside an apartment. The victim was pronounced dead at a nearby hospital. The 9-year-old, whose name was not released... Did they just release it? What the hell? Was taken into custody... Oh, the other one. The stabber, not the stabby. Was taken into custody and held at the 75th... Oh, geez, I can't read for a second. 75th Precinct Station House Police spokeswoman Officer Janara Everleft said officers recovered a knife used in the stabbing, she added.
This just in from Steve from FoundryMusic.com.
Yeah.
Pat's popularity clock, 1457, 1458, 1459.
Steve is harsh when he wants to be.
He's on himself. Police said the two girls were not related. My laughs are in the parts per million. Anyway. Cops. He beat and chained wife. Had leopards in cellar. Dix Hills, Long Island. Dix. Police arrested a Dix Hills man Sunday who allegedly beat his wife and chained her to a wall and kept 2 leopards in his basement. Were they deaf? Deaf leopards? Get it? Okay. The 50-pound leopards were kept in a basement room and allowed to roam the house. They came in contact with the couple's 4 young children, ages 2, 4, 7, and 8, Suffolk County Police said. Anthony Barone, 34, was charged with reckless endangerment for letting the leopards near his family. The leopards were taken by the Suffolk County branch of the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Police also said Barone punched and kicked his wife. What'd you get, lippy? Anastasia Barone on May 20th, breaking her nose. Ooh, gets better and better. He then allegedly chained her to a downstairs wall for several hours before freeing her. Dee Dee should meet that guy. Barone fled his house before... Oh! Pile up on Route 57th Street. Barone fled
57th Street.
Oh, never.
Wow. Some of the instant feedback coming in. This is becoming painful to listen to. Stop him now.
Yeah, why do you have the long forms of all the stories?
I don't know. Boy, that litter box must be full in that house.
Where's the giant hook when you need one?
Ooh. Music.
This guy is so annoying. Pat sucks ass.
Ooh. Depends on whose ass.
His nickname is I'm Bombing. Wow.
All right, one more story there, Pat.
Okay. Organizers of the 1985 Live Aid concerts on Tuesday said 5 new concerts will take place on July 2nd in London, Paris, Berlin, Philadelphia, and Rome.
Yeah, that's a little weird, isn't it? Live Aid's coming back, Anthony.
Yeah.
In London, Berlin, Rome, Paris, and Philly.
Wow.
A little strange.
The events are aimed at raising awareness of poverty.
I guess Philly was one of the first...
Interjecting.
The original... one of the original
locations?
Wasn't it?
No, I don't even remember.
I think that's why. I just figured it out. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pat.
The events are aimed at raising awareness of poverty in developing... The events are aimed at raising awareness of poverty in developing countries just days before...